Happy Friday evening, Lake of the Ozarks. We're at Bob Shore Stadium for live high school football on Lake TV. I'm William Holtz, joined by the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell. And the wait's over, ladies and gentlemen. High school football season is back.
Yeah, and I have to tell you right off the bat here that at this point in the proceedings, I'm happy to be anywhere, but especially happy to be back for our third year working football together.
That's
Ready
right.
to go, man.
13 in all with Lake TV and 3 together here with Mike Bissell. And we're excited to kick off with Jeff City and Camdenton tonight. We're going to talk with both head coaches. We're going to look at what both teams did last year and how their season ended. And Mike's got some really interesting history nuggets when it comes to these programs. So we're going to cover that and a whole lot more on our COMC pregame show after this.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
During this chapter of life, we are really taking the time to enjoy the little things.
So it was important to have our final wishes pre-planned so our family wouldn't be burdened later on.
Hedges Scott Millard made it simple, but thorough. They provided us with different options right here in the comfort of our home.
We are so glad that we planned ahead. Now a whole lot more of this, a little of this, all with the peace of mind we wanted.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life. Take time to enjoy it.
And we're back here in Camdenton with our Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. And first and foremost, you talk about the opponent tonight, Mike. Everybody's 0-0, but sometimes you hear about a team and carries a little more weight, and that's absolutely true when it comes to Jeff City. And, man, I'm telling you what, this one of, if not the most storied programs in the state of Missouri.
They were the first school in the state to get to 10 championships in football. I went back, I didn't have to go back very far. These two teams have only played twice. A few years ago, when Capital City High School came online, Jefferson City actually dropped down, the Jays that is, actually dropped down to Class 4 and played Camdenton in a district game, which Camdenton won, and of course Camdenton won last year. But that's a storied program, man, 10 state championships.
Wow. Of course, Coach Pete Atkins, one of the most winningest all-time coaches in high school in not just Missouri, but America.
And a 71-game winning streak at one point. 71 games. Now, there is a bit of a codicil with that because most of that streak, if not all, there weren't any playoffs. But still, 71 games in a row, I don't playoff or no playoff, that's still an amazing number.
Yeah, and of course, things have changed. You talk about both these programs, great coaches, great names, and for Jeff City, they're under second-year head coach Eric Thomas. Of course, he's not new to head coaching. This is his 21st season as a head coach when it comes to high school football. Last year, they went, I think, 3-6, 3-7. Rough first year, but I'm telling you what, I look at their team, Mike, and they return a lot of last year's team.
Yeah, he was really excited about the number of returning starters. And it ran a really different defense last year, and they got torched. They were giving up 35 points a game, something along that line. And he feels like the kids have adapted to his system now and that they're going to be a lot better this year.
Yeah, you mentioned 35 points and over 400 yards of offense per game, but 8 of those starters on defense are going to return, including all 4 in the secondary. And when you hear about Camdenton the last few years, you're like, oh, good, because they're going to pass a lot. Well, we'll talk about that, but maybe not tonight. I got a chance to talk with Coach Thomas, and he actually alluded to maybe a new Camdenton approach. Coach Thomas, before the opener here in Camdenton, how's your team looking this week headed into the opener?
We've had a great week of practice. We've really had a great off season, a good fall camp, good summer. So excited to see what we bring to the table tonight.
All right, so we talk about last year first because your first year at Jeff City, a lot of tradition, of course, in that town with that program. And what I noticed, you return a lot of last year's team. Touch on that.
Yeah, we've got quite a few returning. We've lost some really key elements. Lost a big-time receiver in Kendrick Johnson and some other guys. But we do return a lot from last year's team, and especially the quarterback and some key defensive guys. So excited to see how they've grown over the year and developed and get this next year started.
Speaking of storied historic programs, you in Camdenton for the opener. What's your team think about playing at a place like Camdenton? Not a lot of familiarity here. What are you guys thinking?
No, I think it's similar to Jeff City in a lot of ways. There's a lot of tradition. You get the hog in the end zone and a lot of things going on, and just looking forward to a great atmosphere. And I've coached down here before. It was a long time ago, like 1999, I think. One of my first couple years in coaching, I was at Warrensburg High School, and we came down here for a couple playoff games. And I just remember the atmosphere and the intensity, and excited to have that atmosphere again.
All right, so for you guys to get the W here in the opener, what do you need your team to do great tonight?
Well, it's probably going to sound cliche, but don't turn the football over. Take care of the ball, I think, is going to be huge in this game. And then it's going to be one at the line of scrimmages. I think they're really good up front. I'd like to say that we're getting better up front. So I think it's going to be one there. And, I think Camdenton's kind of changed what they're doing offensively a little bit. So they say. We'll find out for sure tonight. But, I think that's where it's going to be won.
All right, before I let you go, Coach, I noticed this. That's pretty impressive bling you got around your neck. What's the story here?
Yeah, so that's something I've done every year I've been a head coach. This is year 21, and each one of these represents one of our kids. And when you put it together on Friday night, it represents all those individual links coming together and becoming one strong bond. And everyone, we're all stronger together, and that's the big emphasis of it. And then I wear it because I told the kids yesterday the weight of it is the weight of them on my shoulders to do my best for them and do everything I can to get them out of here with a win and be successful.
I love it. Well, if it's any indication, the Jeff City Jays this year are going to be sturdy. Coach, good luck tonight.
Right,
thanks, brother.
Yep.
Yeah, I kind of get the sense, Mike, when you talk about this Jeff City team, that 3-6, that you throw that out the record from a year ago. They look really good. They're going to be fast. And when you look at this Camdenton team, they very may well pose some threats as far as, this team's got weapons across the board.
And you have to remember, too, their enrollment has dropped, so they're probably Class 5. I haven't seen the new districts anyway, but probably Class 5. They're still playing a big boy schedule, though.
Oh, yeah.
Mostly the Class 6 type schools. So, yeah, it's tougher, but that's the way it goes.
Yeah, actually, I looked just before we got here, and I was kind of surprised. They're Class 5, District 5, and they're in the CMAC, so they're going to be playing with Camdenton and competing with them, of course, with this new conference. First year with the Lakers last year, and you hit the nail on the head. Wow. The competition these two teams are going to face all year is unreal.
Yeah, but it prepares you for your district in week 10, and that seems like way off in the distance right now. Believe me, the coaches are thinking about it. They want to see improvement in every position throughout the season, all building up to district play.
And the great thing is, like at high school especially, you see it at college, but in high school, some of these kids that didn't get a lot of varsity time have spent this summer in the weight room, studying film, dedicated to get their opportunity. And you're always surprised in the first couple weeks of the season of one of those freshmen or sophomores who kind of burst onto the scene. It's always fun this time of year.
I'll tell you something else, and I've noticed it with this Camdenton program years and years ago. How many kids they have at the lower levels. They just had this bit where these, I don't know, 5th, 6th, 7th graders, whatever, ran on the field. There was like 80 of them, you know, and that's where your depth comes from, because there's going to be some kids that really take the next step up as they get older, and it starts with having numbers to begin with.
No doubt. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about a couple of the Jefferson City players, and we're going to direct our focus to the home team, the Camdenton Lakers, under head coach Par Pitts.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our Labor Day sale, and it's Doorbuster Week here. What do you get for Doorbusters? We have this great sectional at $9.97, and we're going to give you the ottoman for free. Not only that, we have this plush reclining sofa for $7.97, and you're going to get the reclining chair and a half for free. Come check out the Labor Day Doorbusters at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
At your national anthem, wonderful rendition here at the Jaws of Death. And as we return to our Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show, just about 15 minutes away from kickoff here in Camdenton, Jeff City, the Lakers. And you know, one thing for Jeff City, they return their quarterback, Alex Wilson, who's a senior, and he started the majority of last season, and this will be his first year coming in week 1 as their starting quarterback, and so they expect him to take that next year leap. And Zach Burns, their senior wide receiver, his season was cut short a year ago, but he was still all district, and so they expect a lot out of him as well. If you're looking for a couple of players for Jeff City that would stand out, those two would be them. And it's also worth noting, you said they've only played twice. Well, last year you alluded to that game at Jeff City. Boy, Camdenton took it to them.
Yeah, the final score was 53-28, and the Jays were 3-7 last year. Their wins were against Sullivan, Smith Cotton and Lutheran St. Charles, and they lost in districts to Lebanon 49-7.
Yeah, that was not the first year he was looking for as far as Coach Eric Thomas, but man, he said in that interview, 21 years, and you talk about a program like Jeff City, even with a smaller enrollment these last few years and the different classification, this program gets really good players in that town, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him have a 180 this season in regards to that 3-7 flip-flop at a 7-3. They're that good when I look at their roster.
Again, a tough schedule. I just noticed something on the roster here a moment ago. The athletic director at Jefferson City is a fellow by the name of Chris Harriman. His dad was football coach at Eldon, and his mom was an outstanding volleyball and basketball coach, I should say, at Eldon, Claire Harriman, and she was athletic director for years. Small world sometimes.
And you want to know what's great about Claire?
What?
Diehard Cubby fan.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I always liked Claire.
I'm a Cub fan, Mike, a die-in-the-world Cardinal fan. But back to high school football, when you talk about Camdenton last year, what was your take? We were part of that season. We followed this team that had high expectations. Their ceiling was really high and really a little let down with the way the season ended.
Yeah, they were so pass-oriented, and I think you have to be able to run the ball. I tell you what, I'm really excited about this year is Machino at quarterback. I mean, the athletic talent is very obvious, but the thing that impressed me, we saw more and more of him as a sophomore as the season went along, were his instincts.
Yeah.
He just has the instincts. In basketball, you'd say court presence, but he just sees the whole field. It's going to be fun to watch him develop as this season progresses.
Yeah, and I was getting excited as well about the sophomore who, as a sophomore wide receiver, over 550 yards, 5 scores, first team all-district, second team all-conference, and he makes the switch to quarterback, and I'm thinking aerial assault. I'm renaming Michael Machino the Red Rifle. You know Andy Dalton, right? Of course.
Yeah.
So I was going to go with it. Well, I looked at the starting roster for Coach Par Pitts. He got a fullback, tailbacks, tight ends, only 2 receivers, and so I think it might look a little different.
Might go back to his coach, the way he worked. He won an I formation, power I formation. So you have to adapt to your talent a little bit. And if you got kids that are good running backs, now we saw the DeMotts last year. I love watching kids like him play, but not a power back. You know, he was kind of catch the ball on the wing, that sort of thing. So it's going to be a little different look this year, maybe.
Yeah, and now we're going to let you listen to our interview in just a minute, but I believe they're about to introduce the starters. And if you haven't seen, if you're not part of Camdenton Laker football history, their starting introduction for process for high school football is just crazy, right?
Yeah.
I want to see you down there pregame running through the hog with the fog.
Nobody wants to see that. Trust me, the running part's not really functional anymore. So we'll just watch them. I think that'd be much more entertaining.
Well, when I say the history, though, of course I joke, but it really is something that Camdenton has built, and you heard Coach Thomas talk about that in his interview. Was, man, it's really cool. We've never gotten to come here. This program's never played here. It's really cool, and so people know it across the state. And then you look at Jeff City, as we alluded to, like, man, as far as powerhouses matching up in week 1, this might be cream of the crop across the state of Missouri.
Yeah, this is going to be fun tonight. Good way to start the season. We've got a good balanced schedule. We'll see Osage and Eldon. I think Osage has a chance to be really good this year. Eldon's a little bit of a question mark for me, but we've got Camdenton the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then week 3 we'll have a dandy with Blair Oaks at Osage. And if you're wondering, tonight Eldon opens up at Bolivar, which is interesting. And then, of course, Fulton and Osage is at Bolivar. So both teams on the road, and that puts us here at Camdenton, and we're not complaining. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we've got the starting lineup for your Camdenton Lakers, and we'll talk with head coach Par Pitts.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
So what are you in for? had a few beers and I decided to drive. You? I stopped at a green light. I was high.
Dude, you can't be drunk or high while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Even just slightly buzzed or high decreases your reaction time by at least 50%.
What?
It does.
Well, what did you guys do?
Us, we robbed the house.
Be a good guy. Don't drive drunk or high.
As we get ready to meet our starters tonight here in Camdenton at the Jaws of Death. It's your Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show, and we're live on Lake TV. I'm William Holst, joined by the Hall of Famer, Mike Bissell. And Mike, man, I'm telling you what a beautiful night. For those that have been at the lake the last month with some of those crazy hot summer days, how nice is this cool August evening right here in Camdenton?
Much better. Remember last year we started at 8 o'clock and it was still miserable. And it seems like that's been a trend. Just really hot that first week. So I'm not saying anything about the weather, although I need some rain. My yard's cooked.
Yeah, I'm with you there, that and the armadillo. So, hey, football season. If you're like us, you're interested in what's going on at all levels of high school football. We told you what's going on around the lake area. Hey, what about college? You see the opener last night with the Missouri Tigers and Bo Pribula?
I feel so bad for Sam Horn, that poor kid. And really just kind of a garbage play. I mean, I don't know why you would do that, run that type of play there, but you know, he tried to take on a tackler, and something I was talking to a friend of mine about last night, nobody wears knee pads anymore. And he just took that guy on, shoulder right on the knee. I didn't hear anything today about the extent of the injury, if they even know anything, but hopefully it's not serious, because he's put the work in, put the time in.
And more so, I just hope nothing would impact or affect his baseball career. Of course, a 7th-round draft pick of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Pretty gracious of that organization to say, hey, we get behind you, go pursue your dream. Like you said, you've put in the work, you've overcome numerous injuries. You want to be the starting quarterback for the Missouri Tigers, go for it. And, yeah, sad. Hopefully not into that story last night, but for all intents and purposes, Missouri fans got to be happy with the final outcome, even against a smaller school like Central Arkansas.
And I thought they were a little tentative at first. They were allowing Central Arkansas to run the ball. They couldn't get the third down conversions that they wanted. But, yeah, good effort and showing some depth. And, man, they've had some transfers come in. Wow.
All right.
Trotter and the running back, that was impressive.
Oh, yeah. No doubt. I want to ask you, so tonight we always ask, and it's not to put either team on a pedestal, but so what would be week 1 predictions coming in with limited knowledge for both of us with both of these programs? What do you think? What's the final tonight?
I'm going to go 28-17 Camdenton.
28-17 Lakers. I like it.
I just pulled those numbers out of the air. You kind of blindsided me with
I
that.
did. I'm going to blindside myself. I'm going to say it's going to be a 27-21 Camdenton. So real close to you. I think we're both in line. Probably going to be a close battle here early. Maybe someone pulls away late. But now it's time for the cool tradition of your starters here at Camdenton. So that is your Camdenton Lakers starting lineup, and Coach Parpitz and his staff putting in the work. We actually got an opportunity to talk with head coach Parpitz just a little bit ago. Coach Parr Pitts, home opener, and you get to be at the jaws of death. How's the team feeling coming into tonight?
Oh, excited about playing in front of the hometown crowd and their friends, family, all the student body. It's going to be an awesome night.
All right, I got to ask. I saw you send over your starting roster. I didn't want to talk about it till it was too late for anybody to know. I noticed you had a fullback, only 2 receivers. It looks a little different. What are you doing tonight with this offense?
Well, we're going to be more traditional. We'll be in the 2-back. We'll be in a tight end. Almost all of our formations are going to include a tight end. So we'll be running the ball a little bit, and hopefully it'll open up play action, and we can control the tempo of the game.
All right, so when you look at Jeff City, I know you're not real familiar with him. You got him last year and took care of business. What does Coach Thomas's team do well that might have you worried or that you guys have to contain?
I think they play downhill on defense. On offense, they've got some weapons. They can throw the football. Most of their guys, I think they got 6 or 7 guys back on offense. So we know they got tons of experience. They've got some skilled guys that we're definitely going to have to get in front of and make sure that they don't make those dynamic plays.
All right, so you guys lost a lot, but you also got some great returners, starting with your quarterback who slides over from receiver, Michael Machino. Talk about what that kid does.
Michael's done an amazing job through the winter and the summer, just getting himself prepared to go out and play, to be able to be a dynamic player both in the pass game and the run game. He's even playing defense for us, and so he's worked his tail off to be ready.
All right, so it's changed a little bit, but going into tonight's game, Coach, what are the 3 things the Lakers have to do to win in the opener?
Well, we got to control the line of scrimmage. We got to cause turnovers from the defensive standpoint, eliminate turnovers from our offense, and then be sound in the special teams.
Love it, Coach. Hey, good luck, and I'll end with this. Where would you rather be than right here, right now?
Nowhere else.
Good luck tonight, brother. Thanks for your time.
And number 2, Sean Hesker.
We now direct our attention to midfield for the meeting of our captains and tonight's coin toss.
Coaches, you players have all their final instructions. You guys have any questions of us?
No, sir.
You guys are free to go.
All right. Good luck, Coach.
All right, gentlemen, welcome to opening night. It's Friday Night Football. We're excited. We are operating under the MISHA governing bylaws, all right? 2 things I got for you. All right, number 1, sportsmanship. We will enforce it. We want it at all times. White talks to white, blue talks to blue. If you can't say anything good, don't say anything at all right? The other thing I got for you is these helmets. These helmets are there for your protection only. They are not to be used as a weapon. If you make us question, we're going to flag it, all right? Camden, you're the home team. We allow Jeff City to call the coin toss. We allow Jeff City to call the coin toss, all right? Heads, tails. Football helmet is heads, Gabe's tails, all right? What's your call? Tails. What do you say?
We're going to tails.
All right, I'm going to flip this and let this hit the ground. It is heads. Camdenton has won the toss and elected to defer. Tell me you want the ball. Which way you want to get?
So the Lakers win the coin toss and will defer to the second half. So they're going to kick off to the Jeff City Jays. We'll be right back with the opener of the 2025 high school football season right here on Lake TV.
To win at the Jaws of Death Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best, choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
Welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football as we conclude tonight's Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show, COMC, where your health is their mission. And we're ready here as Coach Parr Pitts. You get an inside look. Actually, that's Brett Edson right there, the special teams coach, getting his team ready. And Mike, are you ready for some football?
Yes, I am. All kinds of football. Mizzou game got me going a little bit last night. I guess we're going to miss the Chiefs next Friday night. When's Buffalo play?
I think we open Sunday night against Baltimore.
There you go. Well, that's not a big game, is it?
I'm more excited about the Lakers and the Indians and the Mustangs. But if I was a Chiefs fan, that'd probably be different.
Yeah, you kind of expect things.
So, Krasi Petrov set to kick off for the Lakers here. First year as their place kicker.
Petrov, and I didn't think he used to be able to do this. He had to get a dispensation, but apparently not. He's on the soccer team as well. He's missing the soccer game tonight to get care for the Lakers.
Show us your priorities, young man.
Yeah.
All right, so we are set for football, and for Jeff City, back to return Silas Stegman, along with number 9, Tucker Pearson. So without further ado, the 2025 high school football season is underway. And actually, that's Tanner Wingrath going to return that. Has a little hole, and look out, still on his feet across the 40, and he's going to be taken down from behind across midfield at the 49, and a great start here for the Jeff City Jays as they start in Camdenton territory.
A good job by Petrov, the kicker, just playing safety. He made Wingrath slow down just enough that he was caught from behind. That's a big return. And if he cuts that to the outside before he gets to Petrov, that's a touchdown.
Yeah, big hole opened, and you alluded to a nice job by the kicker to save the touchdown. So actually they placed the ball on the Jeff City side of the 50 at the 49, and we are underway. First play from scrimmage. Going to be bottled up in the backfield is the tailback, that's Xavion Finney, the ball carrier, and he goes nowhere on the first play from scrimmage.
Paul Muff, the name that we called a lot last year, he got underneath that play and just stopped it. They had to give up ground. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, last year, Muff was a first-team all-district and all-conference selection with 4 sacks but 15 tackles for a loss. Second down, out of the gun, and handoff once again, and no way. This time in the backfield, it's Jennings blowing that up. Wow.
Yeah, somebody missed a block there. Jennings saw a gap and was reading the guard pulling, and he just followed the guard. When the guard pulled out, he just went into that gap, and the running back didn't have a chance there.
Yeah, how about Cole Jennings on that play? Busted out of a cannon, and about a 5-yard loss, so 3rd and long now. Here for the Jays, Alex Wilson out of the gun. Clean pocket. Now he's going to flush to his right just a bit. Now going to change direction, and Muff there, but doesn't get him the first time, and then he's sandwiched with 2 players. Muff one of them after about a 3 or 4 yard gain. Going to bring up 4th down and long. So the Lakers shut down that first series for Jeff City after great starting field possession.
Yeah, great downfield coverage. Sean Hasker, Brody Reese, and there was just nothing to do there. And got 3 yards back out of it, but not nearly close to a first down.
And it also looks like Wilson's going to do the punting duties, which is common here at the high school level.
He's the place kicker as well.
Short punt from Wilson. Going to hit out about the 23-24 yard line. And that's where the Lakers' first series will begin at their own 23.
Now, if you were a high school coach, would you have your franchise quarterback returning punts?
I'm not sure if I were a high school coach, I'd refer to any of my players as a franchise player, but I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't probably put my quarterback to shag punts, but we see that at the high school level. I felt the same way when Mizzou would put Luther Burden back there, you know, but that's why you and I don't coach. Although I'd love to. We ought to, I don't know if our career path ever changes. So first down, here's a handoff.
I'm having flashbacks to the mid-'80s, man, seeing the I formation for the Lakers, and that's more like it.
Dickerson, that's actually Jennings gets the first carry, and he has about 4 on first down. So as anticipated, as you said, the I form. What an interesting change when you've become accustomed to these last 7-8 years here. And you're used to this.
Yeah, this was Coach Shore's bread and butter for years.
All right, second down, pitch out to Jennings.
Hole.
He has a hole. It closes quickly, but still good yardage. He's got a Beck Wellness Center first down. Does Dickerson up to the 35-yard line. We'll get a fresh set of downs there. And big hole closed quickly, but really nicely blocking there by the Lakers front.
Yeah, but good closing there by Nicholas Redkay, who came down from his safety and was able to get up in that gap. The initial blocking was executed very well.
So 1st and 10 out the 35-yard line. Jeff City in that 4-3 defense, you'll see them line up in. And here's the carry to Jennings once again, and he's got a nice carry, about 5. But that 4-3 defense, we talked about it in the pregame, Mike. They gave up over 400 yards of offense last year and 35 points. But that 4-3, they're sticking to that, and they feel like in another year under their belt, some of these defenders are going to take that next step.
Yeah, Timothy Phillips got into his man there, just drove him back. Well, good gain on first down.
Now Eli Dickerson, in the backfield for the Lakers. He's going to get the carry in a big hole in the right side, and he's upended about the 47-yard line. He's got a back wellness center first down, and they'll move the sticks once again. So the Lakers here, this methodical 4 plays from scrimmage, 4 running plays, and 2 first downs. They're already nearing midfield here.
Yeah, and you're going to see here, maybe not on first down as Quentin Cruson checks in. Maybe not on first down, but you're going to see a play action here in a second, because already the safeties are pulling up to the line of scrimmage. I mean, they're basically called the number 10 in the box here.
Yeah, and here's the give once again to Dickerson, and he's going to try to extend the play, and he's going to be stopped just shy of the 50. So good job by the defensive front for Jeff City, limiting the Lakers on that run. We'll give them 2. Brings up 2nd and 8, and Mike, first down, so important for both teams, because those 5- and 6-yard gains, those are much harder to stop on 2nd down than a 2-yard gain. So it'll be interesting to see who controls the point of attack, because both of these teams, man, I don't know if you looked at that roster. Woo, there's some big boys on both sides.
They've got Jays have got a couple of huge kids.
6'8", 255. Yes, please. When you're talking up front.
We see a completely different formation here.
It's going to be Machino calling his own number, and he is going to run into the defender. And I don't know, the ball hit the ground or that? No, the hole closed quick, and it's going to be a 1-yard gain on Machino's first run. Don't forget how quick he is, because at the quarterback position, he's probably the best athlete on the field and can score any time. So really good job by Jeff City recognizing and shutting that down.
Yeah, Josiah Jensen, who's playing outside linebacker, he read that play very well. Got in there, got low on Machino and held it to 1-yard gain, set up a 3rd and 7.
So 3rd down and 7. First 3rd down the Lakers have faced on this opening series. Mixing it up, they'll send the tight end in motion and stack the right side. They're going to run that way, and here's Jennings. Gets the pitch, tries to find a hole. He has a few yards, but not enough for the first down. Good job by Jeff City. They're starting to close quickly, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 4 here, Mike. And it'll be interesting inside Jeff City territory. They go for it?
I think as good as Camdenton's defense looked on that first possession for Jefferson City, that gives you a little confidence going forward on 4th down here, just on the Jay's side of the midfield stripe. Yeah, I think they go for it. Play brought in from the sideline by Brody Reese.
Also feel like quick adjustments here defensively for Jeff City, getting in from the sideline from Coach Thomas and his staff. So 4th down and 4 now. Under center is Machino. He's got Jennings in the backfield along with Braden Burns at the fullback position.
And you've got a timeout called here, or maybe motion now called.
I think it might be a delay of game. No, Camdenton sneaks in the timeout. So we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back on Lake Area High School football on Lake TV. It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. Back here on Lake TV, where Coach Parpitz wanted to think twice about it as you get a look at our Ozark Homes fan cam. And boy, that is a full student section tonight here at the Jaws of Death. And we're making some noise here as Camdenton now going to decide to punt the football. Braden Burns back there in the punt formation. And the up man, Quentin Cruson, a great athlete. So watch for that. Burns, he is going to punt, gets it away, and nice punt is fielded at about the 16-yard line, and solid return across the 25, and that is Cody Nickerson
Yeah, the ball came up for him nicely. I like it, especially when you've got a relatively short punt like that. Kick it to a sideline. Make him take a side. But he got a nice little hop that came up for him, and he was able to get a decent return, decent field position.
So Jeff City now on their second possession. 3 plays from scrimmage. One was a 6-yard loss as Cole Jennings blew that up. And so we'll see now if Jeff City, what they do on their second series, Mike.
Xavion Finney, the single setback on the spread.
And Wilson out of the gun. He's going to hold it on the option. That's going to close quickly. The Lakers have none of it. Officially in on the stop, Sean Hasker, the senior. It's going to be a loss of 1 or 2. And so I want to track, because the Lakers are so quick off the line in the early going, how many tackles for a loss we see. And I know you track the negative plays from scrimmage. That's already 2 tackles for a loss here in the first 6 minutes of this game.
I tell you what Camdenton's doing. They're reading the guards. And when the guard pulls, they're just coming in from behind unblocked. See what kind of adjustments Jefferson City tries to make to that.
Wilson going to give it to his tailback, who gets past the first line of defense, and then once again in on the stop, Hasker, after a gain of 3 or 4, and going to bring up another 3rd down here for the Jays.
Now that time they pulled the right guard, brought him around, and then wham blocked somebody stepping into the gap behind. So that a little bit of an adjustment by the Jays.
And they go fast here, trying to draw them off sides, and they do. Wow.
First penalty of the game. I'm not sure who it's on.
So Lake Expo Real Estate penalty flag comes in, and it's going to give him 5 free yards.
Yep.
I stand corrected. Sorry, a Slumberland at the Lake penalty flag, and it's 5 yards, free yards given to Jeff City. Now 3rd and 1, that changes things, Mike.
Yeah, it certainly opens up your playbook of what you want to do. So looking over to the sidelines, quarterback.
3rd and short.
Wilson had 646 yards passing last year.
That's going to be a first down. Really solid carry. Jennings gets the stop, but good effort right there. And that's Xavion Finney once again with a Beck Wellness Center first down. First down for Jeff City. And 3rd and 1, like I said, all they needed was 1, and he got 2 or 3. And so Jeff City's going to extend this drive. But
one thing I've seen here, William, Jeff City, when they've moved the ball on the ground, and it's not been a whole lot, it's been much more effective to the right than it has been to the left.
Yeah, and here's a fresh set of downs at their own 43-yard line. Handoff, and running into a wall is the tailback for Jeff City. Nothing doing, another tackle for a loss. I see what you're saying, Mike, is the second line of defense, they're only lining up 3 on the line of scrimmage, and those second 2 guys are kind of waiting to read the guards, and they're coming untouched as you get a look at our Lake Expo Real Estate instant replay. Wow.
Braden Burns, Camdenton's run blitzing a great deal, and it's been extremely effective. When the running back has to start giving up ground out of a deep set to begin with, it's probably not going to go anywhere.
So 2nd and long now. Wilson out of the gun. Play action here, rolling into the flat. Had a man looking for his receiver, and that's caught shy of the 50-yard line. That's Zach Barnes, the senior. Nice route, well executed up to the 49-yard line, and got all of that lost yardage and then some back to bring up a more manageable 3rd down and 5.
Barnes, 5'8", 141, but he runs precise routes. He had single coverage out there, stopped on a dime. The ball was there, and gives him a chance to convert here on 3rd down.
Yeah, that's a great rollout throw from Wilson. Looked real comfortable, didn't rush it, and worked to perfection. So 3rd down and 4 now. Wilson going to keep it on the zone read, and he's going to have a Beck Wellness Center first down into Camdenton territory. Going to give him 6 yards, and really nice execution, and I love the patience right there from Wilson. Didn't panic, let it develop, and he rewards his team with a 6-yard gain and a Beck Wellness Center first down.
Yeah, the corner man didn't set the edge, got caught inside, trying to make a play. I mean, you can't blame the kid. It was just got on the wrong side of the blocker, and that allowed Wilson to get outside and get the yardage for the first down.
inside. 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter here already. In a first quarter that is flying by. Wilson gonna go quick. Has his man on a comeback route once again. That's Tanner Wingrath, 8-yard gain up to the 37-yard line. And now Jeff City starting to get some rhythm, starting to mix it up and starting to go fast here. Try to prevent Camdenton from getting those fresh subs coming in from the sideline, Mike.
Yeah, and you have to have a lot of confidence. Your kids on the outside. Roth here now with single coverage on the bottom of your screen, and Camdenton offside again, and that's going to be an automatic first down. Now, why does the referee call that?
Yeah, it's the back judge for some reason, or the umpire that comes in.
You would think the linesman would have made that call. Dead ball foul procedure. Somebody moved. Excuse me. That answers my question. That answered the question. He saw a lineman move, which caused Camdenton to jump into the neutral zone.
Yeah, it's a Slumberland Furniture penalty flag, Mike, and I was like you. Why would he overrule the lineman? He saw head movement from the center, I believe, because that's where he was pointing when he ran in. So the penalty flag backs him up now, 2nd down and 7.
Now Wilson, he makes an exaggerated body movement on his count sometimes. I wonder maybe if that's something that happened there.
Yeah, maybe they got the
like
quarterback. Finney gets the carry, and he's going to run into problems there with the Lakers front. Hit the line of scrimmage and dropped. You see just how quick the linebackers and secondary swarm to the ball carrier, Mike?
Yeah,
that's impressive.
Branson really played that well. And who's he going to be for next week? But Branson got to that, and then a lot of help came there late.
So 3rd and 7, the hard count from Wilson. Not this time, says the Lakers front. How about a Paul Muff play right here, lined up at nose tackle, right over the center right here. Watch number 57. Wilson, he's going to air it out, has his man. Looking down, a nice defensive play. Climbing the ladder, Quentin Cruson, the junior. And that ball was underthrown because the wide receiver, Tanner Wingrath, he had a few steps. It hung up there, which allowed Cruson to come back. And watch this athleticism.
Well, the problem there is you got 2 receivers in the same spot, and that's going to draw a crowd of defenders as well. But yeah, I mean, that was set, take 1 step, set, and throw. And he still really needed to throw it sooner. 4th down, they're going to go for it.
Yeah, it looks like Wilson lining up, and he might try a quick kick or a quick count. He tries the hard count. Doesn't work, so on 4th and 7, does Coach Eric Thomas roll the dice, or are they going to try to catch him sleeping and kick it quick with a roller?
I'm just going to go for it. So they were setting up a center screen.
They are, and he's got his man. He's going to have first down yardage across the 30 up to the 27-yard line. Finney with the catch and run. A Beck Wellness Center down to the 24-yard line. That's a gain of 18 yards and a fresh set of downs here for Jeff City.
Yeah, good call, good execution. Got the block on the corner.
And Alex Wilson did a great job of waiting because he was already corralled by the time he let go of the football, but no one within 5 yards of Finney. Well executed and a fresh set of downs here for the visiting Jays.
Left tackle looks like he's off the line of scrimmage.
By about 12 yards. Finney gets the carry here. Still on his feet, carrying Laker defenders, but gets about 3 yards, and that'll be of the more impressive 3-yard run varieties you'll see this season.
Yeah, one thing you really jumps off the field at you when you're watching the Lakers defense, they swarm to the ball, which might make them a little susceptible maybe to some kind of reverse.
Well, Mike, hard to believe that it took just about 15 minutes, but our first quarter is officially over and we're scoreless. 0-0 as Jeff City and Camdenton duel it out on week 1 of high school football right here on Lake TV.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
We welcome you back to Lake TV for live high school football. And after one quarter of play, believe it or not, we're scoreless. And Jeff City now has it, knocking on the door. They've got it 2nd and 8, just outside the 20-yard line, officially at the 23-yard line. And we're starting to see a nice variety. I would say they're mixing it up a little bit. And after seeing what Camdenton did defensively, Jeff City's starting to have some success on their second possession.
Yeah, and they stayed patient and stayed with what they were trying to do. And I think they've made a little adjustment here with their blocking schemes to try to counteract all that run blitzing that Camdenton's doing.
So 2nd down and 7 as we start our second quarter. And we welcome in everybody watching, not just the Lake area, but those from the Jeff City area watching their beloved Jays. Thanks for tuning in. And here's the 2nd down carry. And oh boy, that closes quickly as the Lakers front shut that down. That's another tackle for a loss, as he actually lost about a half-yard or so. So 3rd down and 8 upcoming. And these are the plays that we've started to see Jeff City these last couple of 3rd downs. They've started to convert, Mike. And so 3rd down and 8 right here. Be interesting to see. They're going to spread it out a little bit. They've got 2 wide receivers on our side of the field. And then, of course, 1 wide receiver, which is Tanner Wingreth, who's already got a catch or 2 so far.
He's in the slot now.
Burns lined up in the slot now, comes in motion. They're looking to the left. They're going to look for Barnes. He's got the catch, and good closing speed by Machino. Close to a 1st down yardage, but not quite, as Michael Machino closed on Barnes, the receiver. Wilson delivered a strike, and after a 6-yard gain, going to bring up 3rd down and short as Jeff City inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone. 1st down and 10 at the 18-yard line. 3rd down and short at the 18-yard line. And now Jeff City, Mike, they're going to burn their first timeout of the half. So we'll take a commercial break and be right back with the visiting Jefferson City Jays knocking on the door.
I'm Tyler Loftus, and welcome to Ozark Homes. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and help make it a reality and stay within your budget. With the real estate market and construction prices at an all-time high, let us stretch your dollar and get you the home of your dreams. We have many customizable options such as kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even have a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
Back here on Lake TV for a 4th down for the Jeff City Jays. They've got 4th down and 3, Mike, at the 18-yard line. And Camdenton now, they've bent it just a bit, but will they break here as Jeff City now leaves the huddle? And that is not Wilson in there at quarterback. That's Victor Azura, and they're going to snap it directly to Finney up the middle. He's got 1st down yardage and more. Finney to the house for a touchdown from 18 yards out, and Jeff City, they strike first, and it's unbelievable play. The direct snap to Xavion Finney.
All right, Max Sullivan, great block, left guard. Just stayed with his man. Let's see if we can see it from this. Yeah, he got a field too. And Camdenton again. That's what happened when you commit so close to the line of scrimmage with your defensive backs. Once that guy clears, and here's that swinging door thing. I'm not being critical because I'm sure they have a very good reason for doing it, but I have never understood this.
I would be interested, that very good reason, because I've always wondered, and now they line up for a kick. It's going to be Max Stackman who will do the kicking, and Wilson will do the hold, good kick. Yes, it is. So Jeff City strikes first, and with 11:05 left in our first half, your score, Jefferson City 7, Camdenton 0. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this. welcome you back here on Lake TV.
Got to have an answer here right now. See
Yeah,
if Camdenton maybe diversifies their offense a little bit. Wanted to establish that run game as part of their offense this year, but now you're trailing at your home stadium against Jefferson City Jays, so maybe have to open things up a little bit.
Sure, and we've only seen them one time, of course, and that defense was so good on the opening series for Jeff City, as you said. Like, you didn't mind punting it, but now in their second series, you're absolutely right, partner. They're going to have to mix it up and answer. You don't want to give it back to Jeff City after they've got that momentum going already.
I think the Jays made some good adjustments with their offensive line.
You are right. Now Stackman kicks it deep. Jennings going to field it at about his 15-yard line. He's going to reverse field, and that door will close quickly as Cole Jennings up to about the 27-yard line, and that's where Michael Machino will lead the Lakers' second drive of the 2025 season. And so through a quarter plus, there hasn't been a lot, but Jeff City, like you said, made some adjustments and a really impressive, methodical second drive. Ate up a good amount of time off the clock, Mike, and marched down the field. And they really, that 4th and 3, that first time we saw the Wildcat, it was Finney. Broke one tackle, followed the lead block, and he was off to pay dirt. But that was the first really explosive play we've seen for either side.
I think you're going to see Machino maybe featured here a little bit more.
And he's under center here. First down, they're going to give to the tailback, Cole Jennings, and he makes the first guy miss with a nifty move and gets about 5 yards. So tough run on first down. Going to bring up 2nd down and 5. And I don't know if you notice, like right here in front of us, this is a capacity crowd here at Bob Shore Stadium.
Yeah, he made that little sideways jump step. Maybe they call that Euro step too as well now. I don't know.
Now, as I get older, those things seem more improbable. As I see these guys, these kids do those things, I'm like, what? Seriously?
Yeah, that's a good start to this drive for Camdenton. You want to punch back here as best you can against the Jays, who really look good. Took some chances on that drive that scored for them just moments ago and showed that they could throw the ball too.
Watch for a play action here. Brody Reese is lined up bottom of the screen by himself. No help over the top. Nope, they're going to run the football. It's Jennings once again up to the 35-yard line. They're going to mark him just short of first down yardage. Going to bring up 3rd down and about 1, maybe 1 plus. But I thought 2nd down. I'm no coach, but I like the idea of a play action. They're really sticking to that game plan, Mike, as you'll see here on the Lake Expo Real Estate Instant Replay.
Good job inside by both teams. I mean, the blocking scheme was good, but the defensive line stood up well for the Jays, in particular, Jordan Fraction.
3rd down and short. Under center again is Machino. Dickerson in the backfield with him. They're actually going to go with the upman. The fullback who's got a Beck Wellness Center first down is Sean Hasker, the senior. Hard running. He took a lick.
Yeah,
Paid the
Hasker's
price, but picks up first down yardage, Mike.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Again, a subtle little move. When you're that up man in the eye, you don't have a lot of room to maneuver. You're close to the line of scrimmage, so you're dependent on your interior blockers to give you something quick. But Hasker made a little subtle move from right to left and able to get the first down.
It's now first down at the 38-yard line. Machino's going to pitch to the right here. Dickerson takes the carry, and he's got a hole. Eli Dickerson tripped up, and we've got a penalty flag on the play. That had the possibility of being a big gainer. Dickerson just tripped up, and then, of course, the Slumberland Furniture at the Lake penalty flag flies in.
Well, they all hurt, but
Nope.
but they're going to wave it off.
Yeah,
they're going to wave it off. So never mind what I was getting ready to say is irrelevant. I don't really see a bad block in there. Just a little reach up there by Roth maybe, but he didn't really grab.
They're going to spot this at the 48, and they're going to have to measure, I believe, because that's really close to a Beck Wellness Center first down and officially a 10-yard gain for Eli Dickerson. And yeah, they're giving him a Beck Wellness Center first down, and now they'll reset the sticks. So 10 yards and a first down for the Lakers.
I don't know Coach Thomas personally, but I'm guessing he's not happy.
I wouldn't think so. So consecutive first downs, and the Lakers now Dickerson once again breaks through after the first line and has another first down. We'll give him 11 yards, and once again a Beck Wellness Center first down, but there is a penalty flag laying at the 48-yard line, and they kick it to about the 47, and I don't think they're picking this one up.
Not 2 in a row. If I thought he was irritated before. Pulling guard out there, don't really see anything.
Yeah, kind of looks like Cruson, or Hasker rather, number 2, might have held on as the defender started to break away from him.
See where the spot foul. So it'll move it back to about the 43, and it'll be 1st and 16.
How many of those have you seen?
1st and 16, most of them all in high school, that's for sure.
Yeah, the spot foul variety. So first down and long for the Lakers. We got 8:20 left here in the first half, and following the conclusion of our first half, we'll have our Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes halftime show. Mike and I will recap the first half, go over some stats, and show you the best highlights. So, ball's on the ground, and all kinds going on. First, there's a fumble, and there's a penalty flag. Lots to sort out here. Lakers recover, and they say keep the clock moving, but now he sees a penalty flag, and they got some things to sort out.
So the fumble recovered, just didn't come away from center. Boy, he was just able to sweep that ball back in. That was close.
Crisis averted, and
Timothy Phillips there to help out. Have you seen a penalty indication as of yet?
I'm waiting.
Down, 2nd and 15 for the Lakers.
So again, they pick up the flag. I wonder if one of these officials has a hole in his pocket.
I saw a running back for Eldon one time, an official threw a flag, hit the running back in a face mask, and he was shaking his head and finally ripped it off and threw it to his side.
Lakers rush to the line, and then Machino. Little play action here. He's going to step up, and he's in trouble, and he goes down at the 37-yard line. Lakers trying to get cute little delay play, a little hesitation, and it's going to go all the way back to the 39-yard line. Big loss. Lakers now 3rd down and 19. No choice for Machino. By the time he got out there, he saw nothing but Jay defenders. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of players for the Jays got upfield rather easily there. And play action when you've got one back, and it really didn't freeze anybody. What it does is just keep the focus from being downfield for the quarterback there.
So we'll see what Camdenton draws up on 3rd down and 19. They're going to pitch it out to Dickerson.
He's going to throw it.
He's going to have a guy wide open. Reese is open inside the 40, all the way down to the 33-yard line. It's a big gainer for the Lakers. And on 3rd down and 18, they get cute, and it pays off, Mike, in a big way.
I think he kind of showed that earlier just to give them a look, something to think about. But Reese just kind of, I'm going to go down here and stand. Nobody paying any attention to me. A nice throw by Dickerson.
I got it for a 25-yard gain, a Beck Wellness Center first down, and the Lakers have it. 1st and 10 at the Jeff City 33, and they needed that in the worst way.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to convert a lot of 3rd and 20s.
What a call.
Yeah, there's no way that you can let somebody get behind you in 3rd and 20. But they're high school kids. So can Camdenton keep the momentum here?
Well, it injects a little life into this home crowd. And on 1st and 10 now, out of the shotgun is Machino. Triple wide receivers, bottom of your screen. And it's going to be, timeout, actually. They just do give Parpitz the timeout, his 2nd of the first half. And that's to prevent the delay of game you alluded to, Mike. So we'll take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with the Jays leading 7-0.
At New Spring Wellness Center, we understand how hectic life can be and the stress that comes with it. We also understand that your health often gets forgotten about. Whether it's addiction, weight loss, or lack of energy, New Spring Wellness Center offers natural services you won't find other places. From our vitamin IV drips to our laser hair removal and everything else. Naturally better health is our focus at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach. Call now to schedule your free consultation.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. Back here on Lake TV, where the Lakers have it at the 33-yard line, and Coach Parr Pitts calls his second timeout. So the Lakers with 1 remaining here in the first half, and Jeff City has 2 left. And so 1st down and 10, Lakers looking to get on the scoreboard, potentially tie this ball game up. And now Machino, who's been under center all through the first part of this game, is now out of the gun. It's going to be a quarterback draw. Machino, good yardage, and he's going to be pushed back at the 28, but has a gain of 5. And now they're starting to mix it up and go quick. Is Machino slow to get up after that lick?
Yeah, he got body slammed pretty good there. They have a play. They ran that earlier. Jaden Hodge is really the only back, but he's just behind the left guard, left tackle, and he led into the hole that got smashed the first time they ran that. That was much more successful.
So 6 yards, and now they go back under center, and it's Jennings who's got a burst of speed and a hole. He's close to 1st down yardage with a 4-yard gain, and we'll see if they give it. Yeah, it's a Beck Wellness Center 1st down, and the Lakers now starting to move the sticks. They have a fresh set of downs, the 22.
Levi Perk pulling on that play and getting out front and leading the way. Good blocking there.
Yeah, I will say it all night, but I'm real thankful. This incredible weather we've been blessed with on a Friday night to kick off the football season. In Camdenton, what a venue this is. So 1st down, they're going to hand it to the up man, and nothing doing. Big time play defensively, and that was
Jordan Fraction.
Yeah, he closed that.
No fraction there, man. He got all of it, Jordan, on that one.
Not even a fraction of a yard on that one. He shut that down almost for a loss. So no gain. 1st down and 10 from the 23.
You have to run that fullback. If you're going to run that I formation, you have to run the fullback into the line to make him respect the fact that he will do it, and they can't just flood to the outside when he sprints out either right or left. But
here's Machino going to roll to his right, looking for Reese, and throws it a little behind him and intercepted. In and out of the hands of Brady Reese. The throw was behind him and then intercepted by Nicholas Redkay. And that's going to be a turnover, the first one of the game in Jeff City. They bend, but they don't break as they give it back to their offense at their own 9-yard line.
Did Reese look a little surprised by this pass?
Well, it looked just a little low and it was hard, so he went to slow down to catch it, and just unfortunate play. You'll get a better look here.
Just behind him.
He had to slow down and just couldn't corral it. So a fortunate bounce for Jeff City. Right place, right time, and making the play was Nicholas Redkay, and here come the Jays at their own 9-yard line. Wilson out of the gun. Takes the snap, and he's going to call his own number. Little option, now pitches it back to Barnes. Barnes runs into Machino, and Machino gets him after a 7 or 8 yard gain, and a little extracurricular activity after the play, but cooler heads prevail. And we live to see the next play at 2nd and 3.
Yeah, that was good ball handling there. I actually kind of followed the play into the line off the ball fake. Good handling there by Wilson, the quarterback. So Jeff City really playing with a lot more confidence. They were a little shaky early on, but they've got some things going here that they're going to build off of.
So 2nd and short. Wilson, little play action up and under, taking a shot, looking for his man, and airmails everyone. Not on the same page as Tanner Wingrath, but what I love as far as that play call, take a shot like that on 2nd and short instead of 3rd or short, right?
Yeah, and that was just good coverage. They wanted something quick. He had a very short drop, which is the kind of the key to they want to throw the ball quickly. But just good coverage by the Lakers, and probably not a bad idea for Wilson just to throw it out of bounds on the side.
Yeah, that was the senior, Lucas Roth, who was not fooled, stayed home from his corner position and shut that down, forcing an errant throw. So 3rd down and 3. The Lakers want to get it back here. Going to be a little read option for Wilson. He's got some green grass in front of him, and he's got 1st down yardage. However, a couple of penalty markers fly in at the 20. I believe that's going to be a hold or block in the back, and it's going to be a hold against Jeff City. So they're going to move that back, and it'll be 3rd down at about 10, maybe 11 by the time they mark off this penalty flag.
Oh, yeah, he hooked him. He had him around the, I didn't get the number just as well, but he had him around the neck there for just an instant, and that's a huge, huge break for Camdenton.
Yeah, they needed it as we're inside 4 minutes to go in the first half, and they're scoreless and without the football. So 3rd down and 8 now as they back it up to the 11-yard line. It'd be a great time for the Lakers to get a stop as they would seemingly get fairly good field position. But first, 3rd down and 8. Jeff City has it out of the shotgun. Wilson now gets the play call from Coach Wilson. Passes it on to Finney, his tailback, who now goes behind him. Rolling to his right is Wilson.
The out.
And that is a great play by Dickerson from his linebacker position. He got his big old mitt up there and gets the pass deflection, so falls harmlessly to the turf, bringing up 4th down and a sure punt situation here for the Jays.
He's got Barnes on the out for the first down, but the pass didn't have enough on it. And Barnes took a little shot afterwards.
Fortunate for the Lakers, nothing called. You get a look here. That was a little afterwards indeed. Look at this.
Excuse me? Pardon me? Oh, sorry. Get out of my way.
Machino, he's a little
blew
chippy.
His shoe off, too.
Yeah, he's a little chippy right now. He wasn't real happy with the first 2 series. He's got to cool down just a little bit here. You don't want to cost your team. There's the kick, and that's going to be an errant kick way out. So we'll see where they mark this. The Lakers
going to be like
have
25 maybe. Now they go back more than that. Oh, that ball, there's no way.
It didn't even make it that far on the sideline.
Out on the track, it did.
Right.
Oh, that's not a good spot.
What an interesting spot. So they mark it at the 34-yard line officially. It goes as a 23-yard punt, Mike, and that's where the Lakers get it at the Jeff City 34 with just 3:27 left here in the first half. So remember, the Lakers did defer to the second half, so maybe an opportunity here to burn some clock. You don't have a lot of field in front of you, and even if you don't score a touchdown, at least get points before you give the football back to your offense to start the second half.
Cruz and single coverage out here to the bottom of the screen.
A little quick fake, I guess, is a little misdirection. They give it to the fullback, but that goes nowhere as Machino, I guess, kind of faked a quick throw and then hands to his fullback.
Hasker gets a yard. Plenty of time here, even with just the 1 timeout.
Cruza now going to be spelled as Brody Reese checks back into the game and relays a message to his quarterback. Just 2:57 remaining here. And I'm sure they always do, especially for the first game of the season, Mike. They always have a great halftime performance here in Camdenton. Jennings.
Oh, good play.
He runs into what was a blocked defender, and that's Xavion Fenney, who is making his presence known in this first half. But he, with 1 arm, Mike, reached out and just took care of Jennings, dropping him for a 2-yard loss, bringing up 3rd down and long for the Lakers.
Yeah, he gets upfield, makes him give ground. When running back has to start sliding sideways, and the play's probably not going to go anywhere. And that was just a good play by Finney.
So now the Lakers need someone to step up. They need someone to make a play right here in this first half. 3rd down and long as we approach the 2-minute mark of our first half. Empty backfield for Machino. Lots of space, little play action. Gonna take a shot, has a step into the end zone for his man and cannot be hauled in. It was a perfect throw, and Quentin Cruson just couldn't haul that in.
He had to adjust back and look back up over his head, not over his shoulder as much there, right at the end. But I was just watching the cornerbacks, and we'll watch the replay here. There's the pump fake. They were giving a huge cushion. See how he has to adjust back, and it's coming right over his head. He'd still obviously like for him to catch it, but that was not the case. It's a tough catch.
Yeah, a play the Lakers will love to have back, but they live to see another down. So 4th down and 11, they go empty backfield again. Lucas Roth, the receiver, bottom of your screen. Here's Machino. Setting up a screen, has Jennings. Jennings now in no man's land and taken down after a gain of 1 or 2. That play never did develop, and Jeff City gets a stop defensively, turnover on downs, and they now have 1:38 and 2 timeouts with it at their own 34-yard line should they want to try and extend this lead.
That's a pretty good defensive stand there. Of course, the Jays got a break on the drop pass, but again, that was a difficult catch to make. But they've got decent field position. I'm still scratching my head a little bit about this. Not that it matters if you go 4 and out, but the spot on that punt, man, that was.
I thought they were going to say
said
24
25. I said
to
25.
the 26. Yeah, right in there, Mike, because it landed. But it's null and void now. It's first down and 10 for Jeff City. Just 1:38 left. And their last possession, they did some damage marching the length of the field, and they're now saying put 1:42 back on the clock. So that's where your game time stands in the second quarter. Again, Jeff City 2 timeouts in their pocket, 33-yard line, so they've got some work to do.
See if Camdenton can put some pressure on. They fake the blitz, and they are coming.
He'll look to the left, and he's got his receiver. Cruson corrals him, but not until 9 or 10 yards were gained by Divine Nukwocha. And Mike, that's the first time we've called his name, but 9 yards and a quick hitter. Only took 5 seconds off the clock after the 9-yard gain.
I need to put his name in here for me. Game 9.
So second down and 1. Wilson, clean pocket. Now that closes quickly. He is in trouble, and now he's going to get rid of it. They're going to say incomplete pass on the shuffle, but we have a Slumberland Furniture penalty flag there at the 38-yard line. And fortunate, should have an intentional grounding, 1, and a holding on this play.
I think it's a block. If somebody's engaged up high and then you hit somebody low, that's a personal foul. Let's see what that call is. Now, do you think they called the grounding as well?
If they did, you'd take the loss of down and give the 5 yards.
Down and distance. Well,
because a low block's 15-yard personal foul.
That's a personal foul. Personal foul. There it is. It's a chop block. And the spot's at the 38, so they take it back to the 23. So that's actually a 21-yard penalty. Ouch.
Yeah, that's a spot foul, as you alluded to. That's going to hurt them. They go all the way back to, well, they're going to mark it at the 28.
Okay, so I'm not sure where you get that number, but okay.
Yeah, real interesting. We're just following along best we can, but it's second and long now with 1:27 left, and that was a big break for the Lakers because right now, Jeff City had all the momentum, and now that pushes them back well inside their side of the field with just 1:27 left. They'd have to do something special here on 2nd and 17. Wilson, yep, he's going to call his own number. A lot of room out here, across the 40, and then he's nailed at a bounce. And the Lakers are very fortunate there's no late hit because that was well into the white. A big gain for Wilson.
Officials are talking a little bit here, too. Connor Heinrichs there. He's just following the play down the line of scrimmage. Boy, Wilson does a good job handling the ball.
He has 18 yards on that run, getting all of that. Yeah, that should have absolutely been a penalty on the Lakers. They catch another break, so third down and short at the 44-yard line. Wilson out of the gun. Finney in the backfield with him. Going to be a quick hitter into the flat. It's high, and oh, what a grab! Unbelievable catch. That's Tanner Wingrath, his 3rd or 4th catch tonight. He bobbled it, and then as he fell, Mike, regained his concentration and hauled it in. That's a Beck Wellness Center first down and a great play by Wingrath.
Well, Jeff City's kind of taking over this game right now. They're making plays, no doubt about it. But a stop here for Camdenton, obviously hugely important as the Lakers do get the ball to start the second half.
And Cruson, the defender on that play, was covering it great. He couldn't believe it.
Free run.
And that's a great job by Wilson. He's got Finney now, who cuts back now, cross the 40 up to the 36-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain, a Beck Wellness Center first down, and they get the free timeout as they respot the sticks. And the Jeff City Jays are rolling right here.
Well, you got to admire Wilson there. He knew he was going to get planted, and he hung in there just to deliver the ball at the perfect time. That's going to stop the clock.
Yeah, that's an incomplete pass. Can you do that?
You can spike it, yeah.
Okay.
He did it a little differently than what you normally see. Usually you do it from under center and just step back once and then fire it down into the ground. That was a little different execution. The officials talk about it a little bit too, but I don't think you can. Are they going to call grounding on that? I never saw a flag.
No, they're not. They're just respotting it.
Spotting the ball, okay.
So 2nd and 10 now at the Lakers' 38-yard line. Still 2 timeouts for Jeff City. Just 30 seconds to work with. Here's Wilson now. He's going to look into the flat, looking for his big target. Falls incomplete. Cruson, great coverage, and he was looking to connect with Divine Nikwocha, and it's the 2nd or 3rd time he's looked that way. That's an interesting matchup between athletes right here. Bottom of your screen, if you can see it. It's a big target, number 8, Divine Nikwocha. All right, 3rd down and 10. Wilson out of the gun. Finney in the backfield with him. 3 wides as you see spread out top side. Double coverage here on the bottom side of the screen. Looking up the slot. High and almost intercepted. Nice play defensively as that was an errant throw, and Machino gets the pass breakup. Falls harmlessly to the turf. Now 4th down and 10, which is 19 seconds to go from the 38-yard line.
I think what happened to Machino there, he saw it was overthrown, but he still got to be responsible for the receiver running up the field. He couldn't vacate and turn and run for the ball. And now a timeout called, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Jeff City burns their 2nd. They've got 1 left, so with 19 seconds left in the first half, we'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV after this.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
During this chapter of life, we are really taking the time to enjoy the little things.
So it was important to have our final wishes pre-planned so our family wouldn't be burdened later on.
Hedges Scott Millard made it simple, but thorough. They provided us with different options right here in the comfort of our home.
We are so glad that we planned ahead. Now a whole lot more of this, a little of this, all with the peace of mind we wanted.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life. Take time to enjoy it.
Back here on Lake TV for a 4th and 10 play for Jeff City. Just 19 seconds left here in the first half with Jeff City leading 7-0. Here's Wilson out of the gun on 4th down. Throws across his body, has a man open, and that's caught all the way down to the 17-yard line. And that is Zach Barnes, the senior. Big gainer to the 16-yard line. Micah Beck Wellness Center first down, and just like that, Jeff City inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone. They've got it first down, but just 11 seconds left with the ball at the 16 or 17.
17-yard line. Barnes is just one of those kids who has the short, choppy steps, and he just is able to break sharply and get himself open. He's a good one.
Big gainer there, and now Wilson out of the gun. Takes the snap, clean pocket, steps up, looking for the end zone, knocked off the play, and it's going to be pass interference in the end zone. He was knocked off his route by Cole Jennings as the seam receiver was on a post route, Mike, and it had a shot, but as he made his cut in, just knocked off of his route, and I think that was pass interference on the penalty flag.
You know, the ball fluttered badly.
Was it deflected? Because if
if it's deflected, it's no pass interference. If somebody along the defensive,
well, they're discussing it
because it would be they make that motion that's incomplete. No,
they do call the
interference.
Pass interference, and it's going to be first down automatically. Now, luckily for the Lakers, that takes 6 seconds off the clock, and they won't add those back. So regardless of the yardage, 1, maybe 2 plays. So if you're Jeff City, what do? You send out the field goal kicker, or do you take a shot and get greedy?
Well, you still got a timeout in your pocket. What do we got, 5 seconds? So there's no...
Can't really risk a second play unless...
Now, if it was goal line, quarterback sneak, and then tell the officials that you're going to be calling a timeout right away.
I'll say this, though. If the Lakers can get into halftime trailing 7-0, they have to count themselves real lucky. So we're going to wait to see how this shakes out. They haven't marked the football yet.
This is not the pros where if there was interference in the end zone, it would be.
So 7-yard line, maybe the 8 is where they're going to spot this. Just 5 seconds left. Jeff City has presumably time for one shot here. 4 wide receivers, 2 both sides. Wilson out of the gun. Under pressure, throwing for the end zone, and it is.
No, he was out of bounds.
And they say incomplete. Now, I was waiting for an official, and that's incomplete. There's 0 seconds on the clock, and so that is how our first half concludes. It should be halftime.
I believe so. Yeah, that was a good effort, but had a pretty good line on that. And of course, I was
but why
watching.
Are they? Oh, they're saying 1 second. The official is saying there's 1 second left in the first half.
Okay.
One play remaining.
So
Jeff City catches a break there.
yeah, I guess so. And now they're going to try the field goal, be 25 yards.
Wilson will hold and set to kick. Max Stackman from the 15, making it a 25-yard field goal, attempting to give the Jays a 10-point halftime lead. Good snap. Wilson has the hold down. The kick is up. It's long enough, and it is good. So Jeff City extends their lead with a 25-yard field goal off the right leg of Max Stackman, and that's how our first half concludes. The Jeff City Jays 10, your Camdenton Lakers are scoreless. We'll take a commercial break and be back in about 5 minutes with your Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes halftime show.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our Labor Day sale, and it's Doorbuster Week here. What do you get for Doorbusters? We have this great sectional at $9.97, and we're going to give you the Ottoman for free. Not only that, we have this plush reclining sofa for $7.97, and you're going to get the reclining chair and a half for free. Come check out the Labor Day Doorbusters at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
win at the jaws of death. Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
What's like and follow?
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Buckle up.
It's the Lake Expo app, the lake's trusted news source, the boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com where you save more with every mile.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
And we're back on Lake TV for live high school football, and it's your Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes halftime show. And hard to believe, just like that, 2 quarters and Mike, and 10-0 Jeff City. They're in control so far.
Only one score, so it doesn't stop the clock nearly as much. We're used to seeing some shootouts from this Lakers team. But you want to take a look at the stats here?
Yeah, let's look at how those numbers shaped up there in that first half.
We had Wilson, whose ball handling really shone through there, especially in that second quarter. Had 4 carries for 24 yards. Finney 8 for 15, and Barnes had 2 for 8. So only 47 yards rushing. It seemed like more than that on 14 attempts. They did not turn the ball over in the first half of play. Wilson was 8 of 15. The catches went to Barnes. Man, that kid can run some routes, some great hands. 3 for 29. Wingraff 2 for 15. Finney 2 for 32. Nukwacha 1 for 9. 85 yards through the air, 47 rushing, 132 net from scrimmage from the Jeff City Jays. They had 4 penalties for 40 yards. For the Camdenton Lakers, Machino, 3 carries, 0 net yards. He did have a sack in there that factors into it. Jennings, I would have thought, I may have made a mistake here some along the line. I thought he had a lot more than that. But 5 for 11. Dickerson 6 for 36. And Hasker 3 for 3. So only 50 yards rushing for the Lakers on 17 attempts. The passing stats, 2 for 4. It was actually Dickerson who had one of those completions for the touchdown. Reese had the 1 for 27, and Jennings had 1 for 2. So 50 yards rushing, 29 yards through the air, 79 yards from scrimmage for the Camdenton Lakers. They did have the 1 turnover, the interception, and 4 penalties for 30 yards.
Yeah, and the 1 interception, really unfortunate. It was a low throw that was a little behind the receiver, and the play was there. Really cut the momentum and short from Camdenton. They had gotten a stop, marched back down the field, and looked like they were going to tie the game maybe, and instead that turnover allowed Jeff City to come all the way down. Really good job on that second drive, back-to-back scoring drives for them, and they get that field goal. So 10-0, but I don't really feel a sense of panic, not only here from the home crowd, but when you look at these guys that are in for the Camdenton Lakers, they've been here before, and we know they can score a bunch of points really quick, whether it's on the ground or through the air.
Yeah, right now, Machino, we saw a couple of times, really stepped on a cord, almost fell over. That'd been kind of embarrassing.
I wouldn't let you fall.
You wouldn't? Well,
no, I'll catch
that's so
you.
Nice of you, man. I can't believe it. But Machino was a couple times after the interception, which, the throw was a little bit behind. The ball gets tipped. The guy got it. But he did that body slam on somebody on the tackle. And then we saw on the play over here right toward the end where he popped somebody pretty good late there, too. So you got to take it down, man. You got to see the whole field.
Sure.
And I'm sure that they've had plenty of time in the locker room to work and make some adjustments. And the Lakers do get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and you alluded to it. They got fortunate. They didn't get a couple of close late hits.
Yeah.
So Camdenton, as you said, they're going to have to cool down a little bit and keep their composure, because down 10-0, and with as well as Jeff City has adjusted and is playing right now, you can't give them anything extra. It's going to take a really good second half for Camdenton, because what we've seen so far, Jeff City adjusted, and right now they're controlling that point of attack. Anytime Jeff City gets to 3rd and 9, 4th and 12, they've been picking those up with something, whether it's a misdirection or a sweep. And so for Camdenton, they're going to have to figure something out like we saw Jeff City do after that first drive.
Yeah, I think Jeff City's shown they can throw the ball. That's going to make their running game a lot better. And Camdenton was run blitzing so much there early on. That's where the big adjustment was, I think, on the blocking scheme for Jeff City. But still, it's only 7-0. It's a 1-possession game.
Yeah, well, 10-0 after the field goal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It did. I mean, the first half flew by. There weren't a lot of fireworks. But I'm going to make a bold prediction here that first half will probably be the worst half of the season for Michael Machino. He comes into this season a lot of expectations. Right. You fill in the shoes of Cade Durnan. Of course, his brother was here, Cam, 2 years before. It's like, That's a lot of expectation. We know he's got the ability, a little bit of early season jitters maybe, but I'm going to say we're not going to see that same performance in the second half. And I think Camdenton getting the football first, don't be surprised if they don't come out and get a touchdown drive in the opening.
You look back at the history, and I can go back to 77. I think I was.
Me too.
No, you can't. No, you can't. I was looking at some of the history of it, and they lost in 77, lost to Rockbridge in the state championship game, and that was just a crazy game. I've never been so cold in all my life. But just a string of great quarterbacks, Williams and then Jeff Shore, obviously, and they've had so many. It's got to be a lot. And his dad, Michael Machino's dad played here too, so he's got to have some sense of the history as well. And that's got to be a little pressure for kids, probably, 17, maybe 16?
Yeah, and you say a little sense. I remember back in 2019 when Camdenton played at Webb City in the state semifinals or quarterfinals, and that was the extra point game that Camdenton missed an extra point to force overtime, and they lost to Webb City. So many people have lost to Coach John Roderick and Webb City, but I remember on the sidelines, those boys that season, and then after the game on the field, both Michael and his little brother Sam, who also plays as a sophomore, maybe a freshman, but they were both in tears on the field about how, as junior high or even younger, I think they were in 5th grade and lower, that's how much Camdenton football means to them. So, yeah, he has a sense, and I would look for him to bounce back and have a big second half because, man, you see Camdenton's flying around and named Paul Muff. He's been in on a couple plays so close to a QB sack or blowing a play up. And so we'll see if in this second half Camdenton can't get over the hump. But for Jeff City, they've done some things really well.
I think for the Lakers on defense, I really like the way that Wilson's accounted himself, especially with his ball handling. But I don't think he can throw the ball deep. So I think you got to play tight. You got to come up. And if a guy can get behind you and if he can get the ball to him, well, then more power to him. But, at 10-0, you got to start gambling a little bit. Somebody's got to make some plays.
Yep, no doubt. And as we look to conclude tonight's halftime show, brought to you by Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes. When we come back, we're going to have scores from around the area. We want to find out what Eldon and Osage are doing in their Week 1 matchups. We'll have that and round up our first half when we return on Lake TV.
During this chapter of life, we are really taking the time to enjoy the little things.
So it was important to have our final wishes pre-planned so our family wouldn't be burdened later on.
Hedges Scott Millard made it simple, but thorough. They provided us with different options right here in the comfort of our home.
We are so glad that we planned ahead. Now a whole lot more of this, a little of this, all with the peace of mind we wanted.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life. Take time to enjoy it.
Life truly is all about memories, but more importantly, those we create those memories with. And at Hedges Scott Millard Funeral Homes, our staff focuses on the families we serve.
Maybe you wouldn't necessarily know where to start. Josh showed up from the beginning to the end. He did amazing. I would absolutely recommend him to everybody I know.
At Hedges Scott Millard, we understand it's the little things that make a big difference for the families we serve.
The Dog Days of Summer savings event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com where you save more with every mile.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices. which carries over off the field. Like good choices behind the wheel of your car, did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving? Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price & Randall, injury attorneys.
Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our Labor Day sale, and it's Doorbuster Week here. What do you get for doorbusters? We have this great sectional at $9.97, and we're going to give you the ottoman for free. Not only that, we have this plush reclining sofa for $7.97, and you're going to get the reclining chair and a half for free. Come check out the Labor Day doorbusters at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
So what are you in for? I had a few beers and I decided to drive. You? I stopped at a green light. I was high.
Dude, you can't be drunk or high while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Even just slightly buzzed or high decreases your reaction time by at least 50%. What? It does.
Well, what did you guys do?
Us, we robbed the house.
Be a good guy. Don't drive drunk or high.
What? Like and follow.
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, it's illegal.
Buckle up.
As we welcome you back to Lake TV, another reminder to buckle up, put your phones down, slow down, and drive sober. These simple things and decisions will save lives. This message brought to you by Save Mo Lives. And Mike, as we look at Camdenton, down 10-0, but they're going to get the football first here to start this second half.
Yeah, you got to assert yourself here right off the bat. It'd be interesting to see the adjustments they've made in the locker room. It seemed like Machino, the few times, I think he only actually himself threw the ball 3 times. He was getting flushed out a lot, and he did get sacked one time as well, too. So that's got to be cleaned up, no doubt about it.
Yeah, still waiting on some scores, of course, from around the area. Osage, we anticipate they are going to be really good this year. We'll have them week 3 as they play home to Blair Oaks. And then also Eldon tonight, as Eldon's at Fulton. And so we'll have scores for you here later in the second half on those 2 games. But you have some stuff, some history on the programs or some district seating maybe?
Well, I didn't get the district seating. I got busy this afternoon, as it turned out, and forgot about it. I'm kind of old and forgetful sometimes. I mentioned that 71-game winning streak for the Jeff City Jays. That went from 1959 to 1965, so that's back there quite a ways. They did have state titles in 76, 77, 78. How's that for a run? 84, 88, 90, 91, 93, 94, and 97. And 58 and 58 as well, too. No, that can't be right. I'm not sure what I meant there. But anyway, 348, 48, and 2 for Coach Atkins, who was there. Wow. Oh, I know it was. He was there from 58 to 95.
Wow.
That's a pretty good winning percentage. For the Camdenton Lakers, I know I started broadcasting their games in 78. Don't do the math, please. Please don't do the math. It was a long time ago.
47 years.
No, this is my 48th season, as it turns out. I figured it out this morning. I ran out of fingers a couple of times, but I got through it somehow. They had some heartbreaking losses in sectional or quarterfinal games and missed out on a chance, but they did finish second to Rockbridge in 77. Again, I didn't know how to dress back then. That was the year before I started broadcasting. It was miserable cold at Faroe Field. But then in 86, they tied Marshall
Wow.
Tied. They didn't,
Something bittersweet about tying for a state championship.
You've never seen, down in the locker room at Arrowhead after the game, you've never seen so many kids crying on both teams.
Right.
Nobody was happy. But
you can't all be champions. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Co-champs.
Here's your fruit cup. And then the next year in '87, they defeated Sumner. That was in Columbia, 23-14. The funny thing was, in '86, you're a state co-champion or whatever. You bring back almost everybody. Jeff Shore was a quarterback, Rod Brownell. Just on and on and on. They had great players. Everybody was back. But then Sumner got dropped from a classification higher down into Camdenton's classification, and they were ranked number 1 all year long. And I know Rod Brownell a little bit and was talking to him at his place of business about a year ago. And I said, did that bother you guys? He goes, yeah, it did. It bothered us.
Sure.
We're defending state champs, and there's a team ranked ahead of us. But that was a great game. And then 95, 96, 99, and then 05 state champions as well.
In 05, Daniel Edson, I believe, was a big part of that team.
Yeah, a great quarterback coach at Versailles. And he actually helped me with pronunciations tonight. And he's assistant principal, I think he said, here.
Yeah.
So
back home with the Lakers and moving his way into administration, but a great coach. The kids at Versailles, the kids at Camdenton just love him, and he's got quite the track record. But we're ready for our second half of high school football. Camdenton going to get the football first when we return as they trail 10-0 to Jeff City, but still 2 quarters of play left. So don't go anywhere as we conclude tonight's halftime show. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this. It's the Lake Expo app, the Lake's trusted news source. The boating lifestyle, the hottest lakefront real estate, where to go, what to see, and what to do at the lake. It's the Lake Expo app. Download it today. And we are back, set for kickoff on Lake TV. And Jeff City, they'll kick it off in Camdenton. They hope to start fresh here, as we said, trailing 10-0. And now underway, and the kickoff is deep, and it is going to take a good bounce for Jeff City. Jennings going to field it across the 20 up to about the 23, maybe the 24-yard line, and that's where this second half will begin with the Lakers starting inside their own 25-yard line. Mike?
That was a good play by Jennings. I know that just from watching his body language there, it looked like he wanted to let that take one more bounce and could have had a good chance of going out of bounds. But then if it doesn't, that's a free ball. So he made the smart play, took the ball in, and did the best he could with it out to the 26.
So we'll get our first look at Camdenton in the second half. Machino under center. Now we're completely under the lights. It's going to be a sweep outside. Here's Jennings now trying to find a hole, and he's got pretty good yardage. Going to get 6 or 7, and that's a great way to start this second half, moving the football 7 yards. And really good job right there by the fullback for Camdenton. He chipped a couple of players.
Yeah, somebody got their head snapped back. Look when they get out here. Big time block. Oh, crackback, that's what it was. 54 for Jeff City. He got whacked pretty good. Wyatt Jenkins. Great block there, but a little bit of a crackback.
So second down and 3, they say, after the gain of 7 for Jennings. Machino, little play action. He's going to try to find some room to the outside, and he's going to go down for a loss. Great job deciphering the play and staying home by the edge for Jeff City. They lose 2 and bring up 3rd down and 5. Not a lot of room there for Machino, and just great closing speed. Jeff City stayed home, but they didn't get fooled either on the little stutter step.
Yeah, they just absolutely ignored that fake handoff. Jennings has done the bulk. He and Dickerson done the bulk of the carry. You'd think that would have been something they would have bid on. We've seen a couple of good plays from Josiah Jensen. I think he was in on that one too. Good read.
There's a huge 3rd down and 5 here as far as a tone setter in the early going in the second half. Machino rolling to his right. Pocket starts to close. Now he's going to take a shot. Looking deep for Cruson, and it is incomplete. Good coverage, and now 48 has a little extra for him. Gets in the face of the receiver. No harm, no foul, and now the official giving a warning to the Camdenton Lakers. So the incomplete pass brings up 4th down and 5 in the first drive for Camdenton. Scuffles.
Yeah, they're just forcing Machino to do things he's not comfortable with right now. He got lost the 2 yards on the 2nd and 3, and then was flushed out of the pocket there and all the way to the sideline. Just tried to throw a prayer up there.
Into kick. The Lakers punt fielded at the 38-yard line with a fair catch, and the punter Elijah Southwick, the junior for Camdenton, reverses fields, and Jeff City now 3 and out on defense. They give it back to Wilson and this offense, who were pretty impressive in the second quarter and beyond after their first drive scuffled. 2 possessions, 2 scores, and the thing is, they only had, I believe, 3 possessions in that first half, Mike. 2 scoring possessions, and of course that opener that they got shut down. But since that moment, this game has belonged to Jeff City.
But still only 10-0. So Camdenton, I'm sure, disappointed they couldn't get anything rolling on that first possession, but now they got defense has to show up.
First down, going to be a run here. Good closing speed from Camdenton, a 5-yard pickup.
Dickerson out there, I think he had some help as well, too. He was over the top, I think, on the tackle, and that was rough.
Xavion Finney, the ball carrier, and every time he gets it, you have to look closely because he seems to get stronger as this game progresses.
And that big offensive line may be wearing things down a bit too, and they are big.
2nd and 5, Barnes in motion. They're going to give it to Finney. Lakers close it that time. Couple of guys in on the stop. First guy there, Andy Diaz-Rios for the Lakers, and no gain. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5, and we'll see if the Lakers faithful doesn't make some noise.
3rd and 6.
Jeff City taking their time here getting this set, looking to the sideline. I don't think they've decided on the play yet, even in the play clock. It's still at 15.
And it's quiet here on a 3rd down and 5. Jeff City out of the shotgun. Wilson and Finney again in the backfield. Quick hitter into the flat, looking for Barnes. He's got him on the comeback route. That's a Beck Wellness Center first down, and Jeff City continues to have their way on 3rd down. Camdenton, the last 3 or 4 times they've had them forced in the 3rd and 5 or longer. Jeff City continues to convert.
Yeah, Barnes is just such a precise route runner, and he comes off the sideline, cut back to the ball. Just really well done. 4th catch of the night.
Now inside Camdenton territory. Wilson, clean pocket, steps up, taking a shot, has his man, and it's hauled in. No, it is dropped. What a throw and a tough play. Tanner Wingrath, he's been good all night, and I think he looked up, thinking of a tutty celebration before he secured it. Falls harmlessly to the turf, and that's a big break for the Lakers.
Well, both teams have dropped what was probably a touchdown pass in this game, so that part of it's even. We'll just go from there.
It's a really nice throw from Wilson.
It was.
I mean, in stride about 35, 40 yards, and as we said, falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Finney this time trying to get the edge. He does, and it closes quickly, and he has about 4 yards on the pickup. Going to bring up another 3rd down, this time 3rd and 6.
A little shake and bake move as he took the handoff. You know, the zone read it requires such focus on part of the quarterback. He's watching to see if the defensive end crashes down, and he's got to put the ball in the belly of the running back, and the timing just has to be perfect.
So 3rd down. Wilson tries to hard count to no avail. Now relays the play in from the sideline. Play clock inside 5. Finney on the carry. He has 1st down. No, it's quarterback Wilson with the keeper. That's real close to 1st down yardage. We'll see if they give it to him.
I thought he was a little short, but the spot looks good. He does such a good job of taking that ball out and then putting it on his hips. If he's running right, he puts it on his right hip.
Fooled everyone, myself included. A Beck Wellness Center 1st down, and this time again, that's 2 consecutive 3rd down conversions on this drive for Jeff City, starting to wear down the Laker front. Wilson now hands off to Finney That hole closes quickly, and he is gang tackled out of the 34-yard line after a modest gain. Nice job there by the Lakers defense, closing quickly.
Rios really came down from the defensive end in that 3-4 defense to set up that play. So basically no gain there.
And I love the execution here from Jeff City with a 10-0 lead. It's quiet. You have the home crowd silent, and they're in no hurry right now. Let that clock run and continue to control the narrative here. Here's Finney. Slow developing run. Now the hole opens up, and he's got good yardage inside the 30 down to about the 26-yard line with a 9-yard gain. And Finney starting to pick up chunks, and now we've got some pushing and shoving. And
just walk away, guys. You got to just walk away.
Slumberland Furniture penalty flags everywhere. I think they're going to get not only the culprit who started it in Jennings, I think they're going to get the retaliation as well.
Well, one Camdenton player was pretty upset in that sequence there simply because he was rather blatantly held. This has every aspect of possibly being offsetting. Yeah. There's just going to push it.
I think that's a good job by the officiating crew. A lot of times you don't get the first guy, right? You get the guy that pays it back. Both guys threw the flag and then came in and talked. Yeah, both guys need to get flagged. Let's not change any yardage here. Let's get these guys to calm down. But kind of sense, Mike, that tempers are flaring a little bit for Camdenton. You know, they're frustrated, so they have to keep their cool here on an important 3rd down and 2. Their defense has to find a way to get a stop.
Yeah, you got to watch Barnes here. Although with a 3rd and 2 this deep in Camdenton territory, this is a running situation. They bring in a lot. They weren't set. There's no way that play should have gone off.
And Finney.
They were not set.
Has another Beck Wellness Center first down to the 21-yard line. So big gainer on 3rd down and short, and they move the sticks.
They brought a lineman in who was playing like an up guy in the I formation, and he just wasn't set. He was still kind of moving forward, but nobody caught that, so it's up to Camdenton to make some sort of play here, deep in their own territory.
Yeah, they need a playmaker to step up and try to change the momentum here. It's all Jeff City with 5:46 left in the 3rd quarter. Direct snap to Finney. This worked the first time and not this time. Dickerson closes quickly, and the rest of the Lakers finish him off. A 3 or 4 yard loss. Maybe that gets the Lakers going, but that direct snap to Finney, you'll remember that was the play they scored on earlier from 4th and long. It was a 19-yard touchdown run, but not this time.
William, I mean, you just kind of tell them where you're going. They overloaded the left side. They brought another lineman in who was playing off the line of scrimmage. And then, you got a guy, there's no quarterback back there. Good job by the Laker defense to react.
Wilson, it's a new guy in there, a tailback, and nicely done for Camdenton. That's number 13 in there, Nicholas Redke, and he goes nowhere. The Lakers close quickly, and here's a 3rd down and 13 or longer coming up. And on this drive, Mike, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jeff City's 3 for 3 on 3rd downs.
I don't have any doubt of that. They've been very good with it all. Well, since the beginning of the game, that first drive where they were shut down. But you got to know where Barnes is at here.
He's in the slot. He's being double covered. Dickerson over him. Now the safety comes over the top. Wilson, clean pocket, takes a shot. Looking for his receiver and overshoots him. So nice job by the Lakers not to get a penalty flag. I know that's tempting. You see a receiver coming over the middle at you, but errant throwing brings up 4th down and long. So it'll be interesting to see what Jeff City does. You're at the 27. You'd be looking about a 45-yard field goal. So what do you do here?
Oh, I think they're going for it. 45-yarder, I mean, that's nothing in the NFL these days, but that's a long kick for a high school.
Or for Mizzou's Blake Craig.
Man, he's got a strong leg, man.
So 4th down and long. Wilson now out of the gun, takes the snap.
Screen again.
Setting up the screen, and it's going to close quickly for Finney. He's pushed out and in, and that's going to be a short game. Oh, no, now you're going to get another penalty flag. It's after the play, though, so you can't give him first down yardage because the turnover on downs is already official. Camdenton will take over.
Pretty blatant hold there. No call. And
unless that's what they called, because you do have a penalty flag after the play.
Yeah, the kid for Camdenton had run off the field on that side following the play and really just kind of bumped shoulders with him, but he did go out of his way to make the contact.
This will be interesting.
So it should, as you pointed out, it should be a dead ball foul, and that was 4th down.
So it would be the Lakers' ball at the 28-yard line, and now we'll wait to see about the penalty and if it has any yards.
We'll move it back 15 from here. So Camdenton will start at about their own 13 once this is sorted out.
Unless it was a holding call we saw the flag for, which would be obviously null and void. Let's see.
Yeah, the lineman Levi Perk he came free and was being held a little bit. It wasn't an egregious call. But they'll mark off 15 here, and Camdenton will have to start from their own 13.
Now they're giving it.
No, this is not a first down. It was a dead ball foul. You had the call correctly at the outset of the play. The 4th down, the possession's over. It's 4th down.
Officials didn't do us any favors. They're not really worried about Lake TV's broadcast tonight, could they?
We got it, man. Well, here's your chance. I mean,
that was a big stop.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 plays away. Got to establish something here, though. Can't have these 3 and outs.
So backed up inside their own end. It's 1st and 10 for the Lakers at the 12-yard line. Big drive here. Starts out with a handoff to Dickerson. Closes quickly, and he's going to be gang tackled across the 15 up to the 16. Not a whole lot doing, and 2nd down and 8, and Dickerson now slow to get up.
Took a big shot in the back there. And still, it's probably, remember last year here, we didn't start till 8 o'clock, and last year they were using those mid-quarter breaks. Well, you're going to get cramps, in your legs.
We'll take a quick commercial break as they check on Dickerson. We'll be right back on Lake TV after this.
At New Spring Wellness Center, we understand how hectic life can be and the stress that comes with it. We also understand that your health often gets forgotten about. Whether it's addiction, weight loss, or lack of energy, New Spring Wellness Center offers natural services you won't find other places. From our vitamin IV drips to our laser hair removal and everything else. Naturally better health is our focus at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach. Call now to schedule your free
Back
consult.
in time to see this 2nd down play. Machino now throws across his body, and it's caught across midfield, and he's still on his feet. The play the Lakers were waiting for. Bryce Branson. Big gainer up to the 35-yard line, and Mike, the Lakers needed a big play, and they get one.
Is there a penalty down somewhere?
And now they're coming back with a penalty flag.
I see the flag now. It's right about the 19-yard line. So 2nd and 7. That flag was upfield. I wonder if there wasn't an illegal receiver downfield. And that time you had a chance to see Machino with a little time to throw the ball, and he put a dime in there.
That was a beautiful throw. Bright. So hopefully our truck can hear that. We can hear everything they're saying. Awful loud in our ear. Thank you, guys. So 2nd down and long. So it's going to be a holding on the offense. We can still hear you in the truck. Please turn your mics off. 2nd down and 13 now. Inside the 10-yard line. Machino has his biggest play of the night, wiped off the board on the holding call, so 2nd down and long. Machino pitched the outside, another penalty flag, and that closes quickly for, I believe, Jennings. Man. So this drive has only seen 20 seconds off the clock, but it's starting to eat up some time with all these penalty flags.
You'd have to think that's encroachment. We'll wait and see from where the penalty was thrown. Yeah, it's offside encroachment. So break for Camdenton. That improves their situation somewhat.
Yeah, no doubt. Backed up here, and really something to maybe build on. I know you got the penalty flag wiped off the big play, but you saw right there Machino's arm strength.
Yeah.
And with all this single coverage and with all of these guys in the box defensively for Jeff City, you would think those opportunities could be there.
Yeah. Well, Branson's a big kid, 6'4". He just went up and took that one away.
So 2nd down and 7 now. Machino, clean pocket. Takes a shot, has his guy wide open, and that's hauled in by Jennings. Across midfield, 1st down yardage, and then some. All the way down to the 37-yard line. Wow, Cole Jennings, and now we've got a fight breaking out. Oh boy, this is not pretty. Get some control here quickly. Oh yeah, this is getting out of hand.
And you can't do that. And one player for Jefferson City, I'm not pointing him out, but he had 2 of his teammates had to drag him out of there. I thought there was a possibility of a face mask there as Jennings made that stop-start move.
But you never like to see that at the high school level, a full-fledged fight. Punches thrown and guys taken down. Luckily, cooler heads prevail, but I wonder what the call will be, because that is a huge gainer all the way down to the 37-yard line. And then we have flags everywhere.
I had that play at 47 yards, William. Now they're going to sort out the penalty.
Yeah, I as well on your yardage, Mike, from the 23 down to the 37.
Now, what a tough job these officials. Like you pointed out earlier, a lot of times it's the second guy that gets caught. And do you have to decide, are you going to eject somebody? I didn't really see what we had there on the sideline. Guys, can you rack that play up at the end again? Can't do it?
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what went wrong or how, but it certainly wasn't pretty as we get another look here at it was a huge play. Look at this throw, wide open. Jennings comes back, and then we're going to see.
I thought that was a face mask. Maybe not a 15-yarder, but did somebody
48,
say?
Well, 48 really kind of like nailed him after he was already down. And I don't know if a Laker on the sideline took exception to that or thought that was late, but nonetheless, the Lakers' biggest play of the day, it will stand as far as the yardage. It was big. Did you say how many yards did you have?
I had him at 47.
Yeah, it was massive. We'll get another look here. Yeah.
What a nice throw.
So here we'll get a better look and sideline. Keep watching. We'll see.
He just went over the top of him.
Oh yeah, it just got ugly quick there. And then a Jeff City player just pushed the Camdenton coach. His headset flew off his helmet, and all Hades broke loose.
You got to wonder about the wisdom of taking a swing at somebody who's wearing a helmet.
Remember the old Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph incident with the Steelers and Bengals, or Steelers and Browns a few years ago?
Yeah.
Swinging at a guy with a helmet and then swinging your helmet back at him. And what's crazy is I want to give credit to Myles Garrett, because the way he's recovered from that, some guys never do recover it. And there's no doubt he's the most dominant defensive player in the NFL the last 3 years. So
you think you could get 2 first-rounders for him?
Well, I think we might have some ejections. You talking about Micah Parsons?
Yeah.
I think we might have a potential ejection as they talk this over.
The officials are right there, and we don't know what was said. Unsportsmanlike. They're talking to coach.
Yep, there is an ejection. 27 for the Lakers is out. 5 for the Lakers is out. And 5. So there's 2 players I know that have been ejected. It looks like Quentin Cruson for Camdenton has been ejected. Number 27 for the Lakers, Braden Burns, I believe, has been ejected. And number 5 for Jefferson City, Jamison Gerbs, I believe, has also been ejected, along with number 48, Corday Nickerson, I believe, is what it looks like just based on body language. I did see number 1, number 5, and number 27. And number 48, Corday Nickerson. So 4 ejections, Mike.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, obviously. But here's the situation. it's going to be offsetting fouls. So the 47-yard play for Jennings from Machino stands. And again, you got something that gives you a little confidence. Bro, I didn't catch how Jennings got so open, whether he had a nice little rub route in there someplace or somebody just blew an assignment. But Camdenton certainly took advantage of it. You don't get to see in high school, you don't get to see 5 flags down on one play very often.
No, I got to give credit to the officials for sorting it out. We're not going to continue with this environment till we sorted it out. They've talked with both coaches. They've removed a couple of players and let everything calm down. And I love the fact you have offsetting penalties. You don't see any penalty yards for either side. And so 1st down and 10, we're set to resume the game. Ball's the 37-yard line, and now Camdenton hoping to capitalize on this momentum after that big 47-yard connection from Machino to Jennings.
Love a draw play here.
Instead, you'll get a pitch outside. Elijah Dickerson tries to find a hole. Ball's on the ground, and Dickerson gets it back. No, it's still loose, and I think Jeff City came up with it. No, the Lakers are so fortunate. It wasn't Dickerson. It was Camdenton, but that was almost disastrous.
Boy, he got a great block in there, too, but what a hit by Hunter Feith.
I think Dickerson actually did come up with it under the pile. Tough nose. He goes, hey, I know I put it on the turf with a really good hit. You saw the helmet right in the football. That's so hard, and a good job by Dickerson to make sure the Lakers retain possession. Only 1 turnover tonight, and it was an interception early in the game that stalled a Camdenton would-be scoring drive as they had it inside the 15-yard line. Now quarterback draw for Machino. Tries to find a hole and not a whole lot doing. He has 3, maybe 4 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and long. And you can see the body language, Mike. This game is so chippy right now. Even after Machino went down, you saw a lot of movement.
Yeah, and I guarantee you the officials aren't going to put up with a whole lot right now.
So a big 3rd down and 12.
And I think even right now, this is 4-down territory for Camdenton.
Inside, 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
So get part of it here.
Machino gonna take a shot, looking for Jennings, and he was held.
That's interference. That's interference, man. He turned his shoulder.
Certainly appeared like it. I don't know if he actually grabbed him or if it just looked like it because of the angle and Jennings' adjustment. We'll get another look here. Oh, he certainly did. I mean,
the officials got a great look at it, man. I don't know.
4th down and 12, and really gave him an opportunity and did that. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's close. I guess I'll give it to the official.
Impeded his progress. There's no doubt about that.
So 4th down and 12, and this is a must-have conversion if the Lakers go for it here. No, it's still early, but
not that early. It's 13.5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, I guess not that early indeed. 4th down and 12. The Lakers need it, and we're going to get their first timeout. So we'll take a commercial break. 1:27 left in the 3rd. The Lakers facing 4th down and 12.
Homes. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and help make it a reality and stay within your budget. With the real estate market and construction prices at an all-time high, let us stretch your dollar and get you the home of your dreams. We have many customizable options such as kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even have a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
And we're back on Lake TV as we thank you for watching Lake TV's coverage of live high school football here at the Jaws of Death, where the Lakers are still scoreless through nearly 3/4 of play. And they're facing a 4th down and 12 as you got a quick look at our Ozark Homes fan cam. And Mike, 4th down and 12, You think they'd have to put it in the air, and if Machino gets a lane with a lot of guys in coverage, you may see him take off. So 4th down and 12. Here we go for Camdenton.
Flushed out.
Throws across his body. Looking for Roth. Coming back to the football and makes the catch inside the 5-yard line. Lucas Roth, oh baby. A 36-yard connection. A Beck Wellness Center first down, and the Lakers are in business. How about the magician, Michael Machino, giving his receiver a chance and just laying it up there, Mike?
Yeah, 4th down. I mean, you got it. You can't just take the sack or throw the ball away. He puts it up high. I mean, the worst thing that could happen there is it's batted away as an incomplete pass, and they get the ball back on the 39 or whatever it was. But now you're set up for a chance to get your first score.
And Braden Burns, I stand corrected, it wasn't him that got ejected. So Burns now gets the carry up the middle, and that closes quickly. Nothing doing on the 1st down and goal carry. This is the first time since that interception drive Camdenton has been inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorney's red zone. It'll be 2nd and goal here, and we're now inside. 40 seconds to play in our 3rd quarter. Goes without saying, Mike, but I'll say it anyway. The Lakers have to score here and cut it to a 1-score game.
I like to see him run some kind of option to the wide side, which would be to the right.
Brody Reese, your lone receiver. Burns and Jennings. And it's going to be Machino into the end zone. Calls his own number, and he will score. And the first touchdown for the Camdenton Lakers of the 2025 season belongs to Michael Machino. And Mike, with 7 seconds left in this 3rd quarter, we have ourselves a ball game.
Yeah, the center, what a great job. What you do is you just, as a quarterback, you take that snap, and was he calling a penalty there? No, just never mind. You take that snap and you see which way that he's taking the nose guard, your center, and you go the other way. Good read, great block, and we got a ball game.
Indeed, and it's going to be
Crazy.
Petrov, and his extra point is up, and it is true. And with 7 seconds left in the 3rd, the Lakers are scoreless no more. Your score from Camdenton, Jeff City 10, and the Lakers 7. We'll be right back on Lake TV as you get a look at your push-up count after this. Back here on Lake TV as you get a look at the junior. Michael Machino says, let's go, guys. We got ourselves a ball game, and indeed we do. It's 10-7 as Camdenton set to kick off. It's Petrov from the 40, and it is a liner. Takes a little knuckle bounce and fielded inside the 15-yard line. A lot of room here on the return for Jeff City. Outside across midfield, still on his feet, and look out. Reverses field, and he is all the way inside the 40 before finally going down at the 35-yard line. How about that effort from Tanner Wingrath, Mike?
Yeah, it's just a great effort. The special teams kick coverage is now a flag thrown. And when you see an official fire one 30 yards up in the air, he saw something he did not like at all. There was a player that was by himself over by the Camdenton bench. He finally separated and left that scrum. But Camdenton's kick coverage, I mean, the opening kickoff, you remember, was returned very nicely by Jeff City's unsportsmanlike. And that apparently is against Jeff City, so that's going to cost him 15.
No, they say against Camdenton.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, all right.
So that's going to be another Slumberland penalty flag, and what would have been great starting field possession on the ensuing kickoff return is going to be even better, as Jeff City is going to start this possession all the way at the 20-yard line. So they start at the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone. All that momentum for Camdenton ends as we conclude our third quarter of play, and your score, Jeff City 10 and the Lakers 7. So we'll take a commercial break, and we'll be back with your fourth quarter of play right here on Lake TV.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Back here on Lake TV, and a big returning kickoff is following the touchdown for the Lakers, and now we get a penalty flag tacked on top of that. And so Jeff City starts this possession 1st and 10 at the Camdenton 20-yard line, and that's how this fourth quarter gets started.
And we even thought that was an effective kick. It kind of, that football shaped funny, and it was going all over the place. But I think that caused Camdenton to break down their lane coverage, and once he cleared the corner on the far side of the field, he was big return.
So on first down, Wilson. That's Paul Muff, first guy there, and he shakes that, but not the second, as Dickerson cleans it up. Xavion Finney, who loses a couple yards, and Paul Muff, the big all-conference, all-district defensive lineman, first man there, and certainly ruined that play before it got started.
Yeah, just he took the blocker right back into the running back. And then a great play by Dickerson to get up there and clean it up.
3-yard loss. Wilson, little play action, taking a shot. Roth needs a turnaround, and oh, what a play. Barnes adjusts to the play, makes the catch, and was interfered with. Does look like Jeff City got away with a hold to no avail. That's going to be a 22-yard pass and catch, a Beck Wellness Center first down, and they'll decline the defensive pass interference on Lucas Roth. And you could see it coming, Mike. He never got his head turned around, and what a play by Barnes, who was an all-district selection a season ago, and you saw right there exactly why.
Yeah, they call it a back shoulder throw. It was just an underthrown ball, and like you said, the defender just didn't get his head turned around.
Still a lot of time here as Wilson first down and goal. Out of the gun. He's going to call his own number inside the 5 into the end zone for the score. And quarterback Alex Wilson, the senior, from 3 yards out in the pay dirt, and Jeff City regains the majority of that 10-point lead. It's 16-7, and a nice option by Wilson.
Yeah, he sees the defensive end crash down, so he'll pull the ball out of the belly of the running back and just. And we saw Patrick do that a couple of years ago in the Super Bowl. Numerous times to Bosa.
And a really good job by Jeff City to answer. They were helped by a great kick return and a penalty, some penalty yards. But that play by Barnes on that comeback to get interfered with and make the play, impressive. And the extra point is up. And it is true off the leg of Max Stackman. So with 11-17 left in tonight's opener, Jeff City regains that 10-point advantage with a score of 17-7.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
Back here on Lake TV, and a shout out to Mr. Josh Spangler, Shelly Creed, Lacey Buckland Simpson, and crew Keith White watching our broadcast. Field in Montgomery. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you tuning in. Now let's hope you bring the Lakers some luck as you get a look at the Ozark Homes fan cam. And Jeff City, they didn't take long to answer there, just 43 seconds after that big kickoff, Mike. 2 plays, and they score. So.
And you have to be impressed with the ball handling of their quarterback.
All right, and here's the ensuing kick return for the Lakers. Across the 30 up to the 32-yard line. Nice return there by Elijah Southwick, the junior, who is a speedster for this Lakers team. And so, Mike, now all the direction of everyone's attention will turn back to that young man, Michael Machino, who they score and then watch the Jeff City regain that 10-point lead, Mike. So for Michael Machino and the Lakers, you have to score twice, and you're going to have to prevent Jeff City from scoring again. Just 11-10 left. About to see what this first year will get started like. And if you're Jeff City, you couldn't be any happier right now with 11 minutes left in the fourth.
Southwick stays in the game. He split wide right. I don't think we've seen this formation before, double tight end.
It's going to be Machino calling his own number. Keeps the ball up to about the 39-yard line, a 6-yard carry, and they can live with that, right? You could eat 3 or 4 or 5 minutes off the clock and come down and score and be just fine. So if you can get 5-6 yards like that, I think you're happy with that.
Yeah, it just kind of depends on how this drive ends up. I mean, you can't eat half the quarter, running the ball.
Sure.
They're going to have to throw the ball, but you can't go past crazy here. It's still some time left.
Now an official timeout.
I think somebody had left the kickoff tee out on the field. I'm just guessing. I don't know.
Come on, man. You had one job, Mike. It's to keep the tee on the sideline.
Hey, I noticed it. That's my job.
No, not you.
Oh, okay.
Whoever threw it, and that's Jennings, and oh boy. And I've noticed a lot of action away from the ball on the second down carry. So 3rd down and short now as the ball's placed at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, everybody's finishing their blocks. They're not backing off that. Jaden Hodge in the game for the Lakers. He's been that up guy when they use that odd formation. He's not really in the eye. He's usually right behind, or recently has been right behind the left tackle, but he's the fullback right now.
Everyone in the box here for
checking
Jeff City. And they're going to give it to the fullback, who's got first down yardage up to the 45-yard line, and that is Jaden Hodge, the senior. Now another penalty flag after the play. So as it stands, it's a New Spring Wellness Center first down, and then a dead ball foul following the play. Camdenton faithful lets out a big sigh. I think they're tired of seeing those penalty flags.
Yeah, I don't know that you can keep running the ball here. I mean, you're going to have to throw it eventually. And we're down personal foul against Camdenton. Wow, you had a first down.
Personal foul against the Lakers.
And you've got to be more disciplined than that.
And so it's not a dead ball foul. They're actually going to say it was before. No, okay, so is a dead ball foul. The first down stands. Now they're going to back up the yardage.
And you just, I know temperatures have been high. I mean, all along.
But luckily for the Lakers,
why would it be 1st and 15?
Dead ball foul after the first down
Well,
yardage.
it's still 1st and 10. You've moved it back. There you go. There you go, guys.
A lot to keep up with it seems like. The chain gang doing their best. So 1st down and 10 after the penalty yardage. They'll play action here. Machino into the flat, looks for his receiver, Brody Reese, who hauls it in. About a 6 or 7 yard gain, but a nice job by Reese making sure he hauls that in. That's a big 7 yards, brings up 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, I mean, he's diving. That's a tough catch. He's diving, gets the hands underneath it, Didn't have to worry about getting speared or anything there. You got to show a little alacrity here. I mean, you've got to get up to the line of scrimmage a little quicker. You got 2 scores to get.
In just 9 minutes, Machino, clean pocket. Plenty of time now. He's going to step up in the pocket. Little pump fake there, lowers to boom, and he's got Beck Wellness Center. First down yardage across the 43. Michael Machino, one tough kid, and he extends the drive and moves the sticks here for Camdenton up to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, nobody's trying to avoid contact here in this game right now. Yeah, there's a bit of a hold there. Boy, I thought Jefferson City really rallied to this play well. Because I thought when Machino took off and he cleared the line of scrimmage, he had a chance to get some serious yardage.
So inside, 9 minutes to go. We'll have to keep an eye on the clock.
Where's that tight end at?
Little pump fake there. Going to take a shot for Dickerson. Uh-oh, not on the same page and overshoots everybody. Luckily, as the defenders stayed home, that was Hunter Vaith. And he stayed home, did not bite on the play fake, and luckily it was airmailed. Otherwise, that would have been an easy interception.
Yeah, Vaith was, I'm sure that they've been told, don't let anybody get by you. You'll give up, 20-yarder. You're not happy about it, but you're not giving up the touchdown on the long pass.
Trying to get a score update from Osage and Bolivar. Not finding anything. Pitch to Jennings. Nothing doing. That hole closes quick.
What hole? There wasn't any hole there.
Look at all the extracurricular going on, and Camdenton going to have to keep their composure. We've said it time and time again, and now with 8:30 left in the game and down 2 scores, I mean, you get a personal foul that kills a big player a score, Mike. I mean, that could be nail in the coffin. They really have to collect themselves. But easier said than done, I'm sure.
Yeah, just so much time between plays here. I mean, it's 3rd and 10. I know you've got to make sure you got things set and the way you want them, but you've got to go. Chase Herron in the game now, I believe for the first time.
3rd and 10.
Tight end. He had the tight end, but he got flushed.
Machino now looking for Jennings and just out of his reach. It was a good idea, but not enough room in the field of play. Jennings just runs out of room. So 4th and 10. Lakers gonna have to go down to 8 minutes. You're already close to midfield.
Yeah, I don't think you have any choice here. You're not thrilled about going for it on 4th and 10, especially from your own 43. He had Branson up the seam, but I think had spotted him, but got flushed out of the pocket. He had to vacate and roll out.
So big 4th and 10 if the Lakers want to stay in this one. Oh, and they get an offsides, it looks like, on the Slumberland.
I think so. It has to be. The center raised up, but it was well, not well after, but after the kid jumped across for Jeff City. That's got to be encroachment.
We haven't seen it yet on this 4th down and 5 that's coming up.
No. Coach Thomas is calling for the procedure, but I don't think so.
The VAR official down here was looking dead down the line and immediately signaled offsides. So unless someone overruled him, which we'll get a look for it.
There you go. I think that's the correct.
So on this 4th down and 5, Mike, you haven't seen it yet, but you put somebody in motion. Why not the option coming from Machino where you try to shift the momentum of the defense, fake the handoff to the guy in motion, and then have an option, someone in the flat. Well, it'd almost be impossible to stop with the way they've been running the football.
You would think, 5 yards is not that big of a deal, but it certainly opens up your playbook to a lot of different options.
Sure.
Now, Machino had something to say to one of his receivers.
Still plenty of time on the play clock, and now Coach Parpitt's going to have to burn one of his timeouts. He's just got 2 left.
On a dead ball, too.
And you would think you'd want to hold that, but with 7:52, Camdenton burns their 2nd timeout. We'll take a commercial break and be right back after this.
To win at the jaws of death, Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best. Choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
And we're back here on Lake TV. It's Camdenton Lakers football. I'm William Holtz, joined by the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell. Your score 17-7. Jeff City with the lead, but it's Camdenton with it at their own 48-yard line. Mike, facing a 4th down and 5. What do you think they go with here?
I think you've got have a run-pass option for Machino. He's not, I mean, he's getting flushed out of the pocket. If you can see something quick, get rid of it. But then you can try to create if it breaks down or nothing's there. But again, I like the tight end up the seam. Branson looks like he's to the right side of the formation here.
Quick slant to Reese, maybe a lot of green over here. 4th down and 5. Machino gonna roll to his right. Gonna throw, he's got his tight end, and it could not be hauled in. The pass was dropped. Falls incomplete, and the Lakers turn it over on downs.
You can just see him turn his head to see where the tackler was coming from. Ball right there. Yeah, he was looking it in more than I thought. But a non-catch nonetheless, and ball turned over on downs to Jeff City. Now they can really take control here with the Lakers only having 1 timeout.
Sure. And following tonight's game, don't go anywhere, we'll have our Van Subaru post-game show. Mike will come back a few minutes after the conclusion of the game. He'll give you some wrap-up and some info up here in the booth. I'll be down on the field waiting to talk to your winning coach and your Save Mo Lives player of the game. Inside 8 minutes to go. Jeff City in control. Wilson out of the gun. Looked like an early start, going to be an option. A lot of daylight out there. He's going to hold on to it, a little stutter and a little shimmy. Great fake from Wilson. He's got a Beck Wellness Center 1st down, and he's got it up to the 33-yard line. A big gainer on 1st down, and Jeff City wearing down this Lakers defense. They were out of sorts on that 1st down play.
I think Wilson, I mean, it's easier to see up here when you're not in the wash and all the traffic. But he must be very, very good at taking that ball in and out because he's fooled the defense. The defensive ends crash down, and he just pulls it out of the belly of the running back and skirts the corner.
Wilson. Hand off and modest gain, and doesn't stop the clock, I don't believe. With maybe it does momentarily. Ball carrier on the play.
Finney.
We're used to hearing Xavion Finney's name. He stops the clock, though, temporarily.
Yeah, he wasn't contacted before he went out of bounds, so that will.
I thought it was only, I guess that's another NFL rule I'm carrying over, only the final 5 minutes of the half.
Oh, really? I didn't even know that one.
So, all right, 2nd down and 7 now. Wilson and Finney in the backfield. Finney gets the call. Nice little stutter step.
I thought the ball came out for a second.
And a nice takedown. Going to bring up 3rd down and short here as we're inside 7 minutes to go.
And Jefferson City in absolutely no hurry. Well, no, they're lining right back up there. How much play clock you got? 25 seconds? That'd make a lot of sense, William.
Yeah, they're looking to deliver a knockout punch, it looks like. But, yeah, I would absolutely be using all of that play clock. Yeah, that was the goal. It was a hard count, and it works to perfection as Cole Jennings, the senior, jumps, and that's going to be a Slumberland at the Lake penalty flag and a free Beck Wellness Center 1st down for Jeff City.
A lot to be disappointed about here.
Yeah, not the opener that Coach Parr Pitts and Camdenton envisioned through the first 3.5 quarters. But, hey, Camdenton can force a turnover or something here. It's not over yet. Of course, a tall task. Jeff City's been impressive after that opening drive, though. They have taken Camdenton out of their game plan. They've capitalized on the opportunities, and they've kept their composure at times when Camdenton hasn't. So here's the 1st down carry.
Good play by Dickerson, who that time crashed down from the defensive end And the quarterback, Wilson, was not able to pull it out and skirt around the outside.
So no gain on first down, second down and 10 coming up. For those of you wondering what Jeff City has coming up next week, well, they're going to be on the road once again. They're going to be at Sullivan. As for Camdenton, they'll be right back here against Branson, and that'll be your Lake TV game of the week once again.
The Pirates. Haven't seen them in a long time. That area has grown so much. That's illegal motion.
Yeah, two guys were moving at the same time, and one was moving at the snap. Dickerson closes quickly, and they're going to stop the clock once again. So the Lakers taking advantage of these ball carriers running out of bounds instead of falling in play. Mike, which doesn't seem like a lot, but with still 5.5 minutes left and only 10 points, you could eat another 20 to 30 seconds off the
15,
clock.
20 seconds of play. You know, it adds up in a hurry when there's only 5:29 left.
I mean, if you're down 3 points and you have the ball, if there's zeros on the clock, you'd sure like those 20 seconds back.
Yeah.
All right, so 3rd down and 7. Wilson out of the gun. Takes the snap. He's going to give it to Finney, who's got some room inside the 15, and he's going to be taken down short of first down yardage at the 13, but about a half yard short. And so here's the game right now on the line for Camdenton. 4th down and 1. Down 10 points.
Pretty big hold there by 66. Yeah, wasn't that egregious, but this is ball game here for certain.
Yeah, 4th down and short. Lakers going to have to get big here up front. Wilson and Finney have been a tall task all night. Finney's going to get the direct snap. It's on the ground. It's on the ground, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. Wow. The Lakers catch a break. They get the ball back. 1st down and 10 at their own 18-yard line with 4:49. And, Mike, are you kidding me? It's a tall task, but they've got a chance.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for at this point. Now you've got to give Machino some time to throw the ball. And looks like Reese was a little shaken up there, Brody Reese. Quite fortunate somebody didn't pick that up and run with it, but wow. It just looked like he wasn't expecting the snap at all.
So that is a big play. Will it impact the outcome of tonight's game is yet to be determined, but Mike, that's what we said. Either a turnover or that was the only thing the Lakers could rely on, and they get a break here. So a bad snap, and now they've got the football back, but just one timeout, remember, and 4:49 to work with. But the first thing is you have to get points. Even if just a field goal, you have to cut this down to a 1-score game on this series.
Well, backed up, but that's better than them scoring again, so take what you can get. You've got to give Machino some time.
Taking a shot here. Looking deep. He's got Roth, who's open. Holds it in inside the 40, inside the 30, all the way down to the 14-yard line. Don't go anywhere, folks. We've got life behind the Camdenton Lakers, and how about that for a big play?
I got him for 67 yards there. We get the replay of this. He caught the back half of that ball in full stride. You know how hard that is?
Wow. Yeah, Lucas Roth was undefended, catches it, hauls it in all the way down to the 14-yard line. A Beck Wellness Center first down, and the Lakers have it inside the Price and Randall Injury Attorneys red zone as Machino out of the gun. Takes the snap. Tries to get outside, and he'll be stopped. Now we do have a penalty flag. I think they're going to get the tight end, number 86. Bryce Branson with a hold or a block. And so for the Lakers, the penalty flags have been stacking up here tonight.
I'll say. They had 4 for 30 in the first half. You got 5 here in the second half, so that's 9.
But that's not counting the offsetting, is it?
Exactly. I was just getting ready to say that. There would have been some massive yardage added onto the total. I got him for 55 yards here in the second half. That's a lot.
So they pick up the penalty flag.
Okay.
It just goes for a 2-yard loss on the run. 2nd down and 12. The clock continues to run now. 4:10 and counting. Machino out of the gun, takes the snap. Now waits for some room to open. He's going to step up inside the 10, inside the 8-yard line, gets some good yardage, and he also gets out of bounds to stop the clock and bringing up 3rd down and short. Yeah, this is a ball game out of nowhere, Mike.
It must look like the Missouri quarterback last night taking on a tackler late, but fortunately, Machina was able to slide over the top of the tackle.
Yeah, and kind of used his forearm to catapult. So 3rd down and 3. Ball's at the 8-yard line. They've got to get it to the 5 for a 1st down. Southwick and Jennings, top of your screen. And it's Chase Haran, bottom. Here's Machino. Clean pocket. Steps up, flags everywhere. Looking in the back of the end zone and overshoots Jennings, but once again, penalty flags on the field.
I didn't see anything initially.
But it came in from both sides, so I don't know if it was an offsides or...
You would think they would stop the play if it had been some kind of procedure. The illegal variety, obviously.
Unless they're going to get a low chop block, like right after the snap, if a guy dropped at the legs. They are talking to Coach Eric Thomas, so he could either take the penalty yardage for 3rd and 18, or you say, hey, decline it and bring up 4th down and 3. But I'd take the yardage here.
I think you have to, because as you pointed out, you've got to score. So if you have to take the field goal, you do it and hope that you can get the ball back somehow.
So 3:43 as we wait for them to discuss the Slumberland Furniture penalty flag with Jeff City coach Eric Thomas, and we're going to wait and see this procedure against the Lakers, and so it would have only been 5 yards. So I agree with that. You don't want to give him 2 cracks at the 8 yards. We'll give you 1 at the 3 yards. So 4th down and 3. Once again, ball game on the line on this play.
You've got Hasker in that up position. He's looking to pick up a blitzer, I'm assuming.
Here's Machino. Tries to get outside. Rolls back now. He is in trouble. Still scrambling. Throws into the end zone looking for his man and doesn't get it. Overshoots his intended target. Incomplete, and the Lakers turn it over on downs with 3:31 left. Machino ran all over trying to extend that play. Just couldn't connect with his target in the end zone.
You understand the awareness. I mean, you cannot take a sack and throwing the ball away. It's just not an option. It's a ball game. And he tried to make a play. Got some nice cleanup blocks as he reversed the entire field. I got to watching the quarterback too much there, and I didn't really see the receivers out there. I think he may have had Hasker for a second earlier, but I mean, when you're getting chased like that, got to do what you got to do.
So still 3:31 left. Jeff City, 1 first down, and this one would be over. 2 possession lead or 2-score lead with 3:31, and they just have to execute here, and they're going to start their season 1-0. Did get a little rocky here. Here's the first down carry, and not a whole lot doing. Once again, it's Xavion Finney with the carry, and that clock continues to run as Camdenton just 1 timeout remaining. Finney loses a yard.
What you're doing here is you hope that you can get them to 4th down and then call a timeout. Then you get the stop on the change of possession. But man, they're milking the clock down a little bit better.
Yeah, no doubt. The only thing that would give the Lakers a shot would be a turnover.
Here comes the blitz.
Finney gets the carry, and he's got good yardage across the 10, just shy of the 15-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and short.
He has been a workhorse here in the second half. I got him for 6, 9, 12, 14 carries.
3rd and short now. 3rd and 4 officially inside. 2.5 minutes left.
Camdenton run blitzing again.
No help over the top. Not that Jeff City would be tempted to take a shot here with a 2-score lead. Finney gets the carry, good yardage across the 20, or shy of the 20, but he's got a Beck Wellness Center first down, and that's going to be the nail into the coffin as fresh set of downs will end this one. Camdenton, they fought that big play, that 67-yard catch from Roth.
But then you give up the kickoff return, and that was the backbreaker.
Sure. Yeah, right after you cut it to a 3-point game at 10-7, that ensuing kickoff was kind of a squib, took some weird hops, but as you alluded to, Mike, it caused the lanes to break down assignment-wise and opened up some daylight, and they took full advantage, that being Jeff City. So first down carry goes nowhere.
Finney say you got 8 guys in the box, and they're all crashing the line of scrimmage. Hey, let's call something else, Coach. What do you say?
So 1:25 left here, Mike. I'm going to go on and head down to the field and let you take the rest of this one away. I'll be back with you guys during our Van Subaru postgame show from the field. Mike, take it away.
2nd and 13. The ball spotted at the 16 of Jefferson City, but they've got the play clocks in the end zone. The quarterback can clearly see them, and he can take the clock all the way down. Camdenton not showing any indication they want to use that timeout. Finney takes the handoff to straight up the middle and gets maybe a yard. And now I think Camdenton's going to use that timeout. Yeah, they're going to use their final timeout here. So we'll take a break, come back, and have the final 38 seconds of the ball game here in just a moment here on Lake TV. Back at Bob Shore Stadium in Camdenton, the season opener for the 2025 season. And Jeff City has made some adjustments and going to get their first win. They were 3-7 last year. The Lakers 6-5, got a win in district and then lost in the semifinals. And I think their quarterback now just may take a knee here. Be the safe thing to do, that's for sure. He's done a great job running this offense here. He gets a yard, takes as much time off the clock as he possibly can before he gets down. And I think that's the last play of this game. Camdenton can't stop the clock. Kind of keeping an eye on the field here and making sure nobody wants to get even with somebody else. Yeah, a lot of handshakes. There you go, kids. That's the way to do it. Well, good for Coach Thomas. He, in the notes that I saw, for him, he said, you know, I put in a new system. Some of the kids really didn't get it on defense last year. They gave up over 35 points per game, but they adjusted extremely well here tonight, and they get the win. The final score, 17-7, and we'll come back with our post game in just a bit here on Lake TV.
Please police your area around you and pick up any garbage. Please drive safely and good night. From the Rangers restaurants at Bob Shore Stadium.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Competing on the field requires hard work.
It also requires effort and making good choices, which carries over off the field.
Like good choices behind the wheel of your car. Did you know that a driver is 20 times more likely to be in a serious accident if texting and driving?
Last year alone, 104 people were killed in Missouri from distracted driving. So keep leading the statistics, but don't become one.
Buckle up, phones down.
This Drive Safe, Boat Safe reminder brought to you by Price and Randall. Hey everybody, it's Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture at the Lake. We're in the middle of our Labor Day sale, and it's Doorbuster Week here. What do you get for doorbusters? We have this great sectional at $9.97, and we're going to give you the ottoman for free. Not only that, we have this plush reclining sofa for $7.97, and you're going to get the reclining chair and a half for free. Come check out the Labor Day doorbusters at Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
To win at the Jaws of Death, Bob Shore Stadium, it takes preparation, dedication, and grit. At Rough Water Dock, we've put that same mindset into our business for more than 30 years. Winning 5 state championships doesn't happen by chance, and you shouldn't take a chance when it comes to protecting your investment on the Lake of the Ozarks. Choose the best, choose Rough Water Dock, your full-service dock builder at the lake. Local, family-owned and operated, and proud supporter of the Camdenton Lakers. At Rough Water Dock, we like it rough.
Lake life starts here. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a lakefront property is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that we strive to make easy, from listing to closing. In a competitive market, we showcase your property to the masses online with LakeExpo.com, returning unmatched visibility. And if you're ready to buy that lake house, our team lives and breathes the lake lifestyle, so we know what this chapter is all about. At Lake Expo Real Estate, we believe in community, cherishing those lasting memories, and helping make your lake dream a reality. Check us out online to find lake properties. No logins, no distractions, just pure, unfiltered lake views and options. Lake Expo Real Estate, where we are ready to be a part of your next chapter.
I'm Tyler Loftus, and welcome to Ozark Homes. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and help make it a reality and stay within your budget. With the real estate market and construction prices at an all-time high, let us stretch your dollar and get you the home of your dreams. We have many customizable options such as kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even have a second level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams come true for over 30 years.
At Beck Wellness, we always say that if you don't make time for your wellness, you'll be forced to make time for your illness. Our goal is to make sure you're ready to enjoy all the lake has to offer, and more importantly, that you don't miss out on the moments that matter the most. From neuropathy, problems with your feet, hip, or back pain, and even a spinal tune-up. I'll make sure you're set to enjoy the moments that matter the most. I'm Dr. Mark Beck, inviting you to stop by for a consultation. But for now, back to this live high school game of the week on Lake TV.
Welcome back to Bob Shore Stadium in Camdenton for the season opener of the 2025 Missouri high school football season. And a couple of heavy hitters here faced off in this ball game. 17-7 our final score. Jeff City made some nice adjustments, and they take this one to start this season. Let's take a look at the stats. Highly unofficial. First of all, for the Jeff City Jays, Wilson, a great job ball handling here tonight and running the offense. Very efficient, 8 carries for 52 yards. Finney, I mean, this is crazy. He had 31 carries, but only 28 net yards. He had a lot of losses, and I guess that was really a product of the fact that the run blitz, you get to him, you're going to make him lose yardage, but if he gets by it, he's going to pick up good yardage. He never did break off a big one, though. Anyway, 28 yards on 31 carries. Barnes had 2 for 8, and Redkay had 1 for 2 yards. So the rushing totals, not impressive for either team. 93 yards on 39 attempts for the Jeff City Jays. Now, they turned the ball over on downs. It was a fumble, but they didn't have any traditional turnovers in that regard. The passing, Barnes can play. 5 catches for 68 yards. Wing Rath had 2 for 15. Finney, 2 for 32. And Nkocha, 1 for 9. So 124 through the air, 93 on the ground for Eric Thomas's Jeff City Jays. 217 yards total from scrimmage. They had a couple of big kick returns, too, that really don't factor into the from scrimmage yardage, but certainly impacted this game. 6 penalties for 50 yards for the Jays. For the Camdenton Lakers, individual rushing totals, Machino 10 for 25. Jennings had 8 for 19. Dickerson 8 for 33. Hasker 3 for 3. Burns 1 for 0 net yards. And Hodge 1 for 5, so only 85 yards rushing. And going back to the I formation, you know that Camdenton was looking to reestablish their running game. 85 yards on 31 attempts. That's less than 3 yards a pop. Passing stats, boy, some big plays by Roth in the second half. He had 2 catches. They were good for 103 yards. Reese had 2 for 20. I forgot to add that in, actually. He had 3 for 51, and Jennings had 2 for 49. So the passing stats, right at 200 yards through the air on 6 of 14 passing with 1 interception, and 280 yards total offense for Camdenton. But 9 penalties, 100 yards assessed, and of course there were quite a few penalties that were offsetting as we had, boys will be boys, and got a little roughhouse there in a couple of places. Don't forget, next Friday night we'll be right back here as the Camdenton Lakers will try to get a few things straightened out and host the Branson Pirates. They're usually a pretty good program, so we'll see how that shakes out. And we'll send it back down to the truck and then see if William's ready for an interview.
The Dog Days of Summer Savings Event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
What? Like and follow.
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Buckle up.
Back here on the field, we have Jeff City head coach Eric Thomas. And, Coach, it may not have been pretty at times, but you got to love starting the season with a W on the road.
Yeah, resilience, character, fight, kids connecting, coming together, bonding. Had every opportunity to not finish that game, and we just rose up and did, and kids did a great job. I mean, ugly at times with some penalties and things like that, but I told the kids at halftime we're going to fight through some adversity, and we're going to do it together, and they did, man. I was so proud of them, happy to get the win, but more than that, I'm proud of the character these kids showed tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, there were some times where, like you said, got a little crazy, but your boys stayed calm, and when things didn't go their way, they seemed to make a big play when they needed it most.
Yeah, lot of that. I mean, Camdenton, I told them they were going to make a surge, man. They're not going to give up easy, and they completed some big passes on us, but we got stops when we needed to, got off the field, and then the offense finishing the game with the ball in their hands is always a special thing.
To start year 2 at Jeff City after last season 1-0 and on the road at a place like Camdenton. What's this mean to your program?
Well, we still got a lot of work to do. I mean, it's not a state championship by any means or a district title or anything like that, but it's a start. It's a great starting point for our kids, and to go through the offseason went through. I'm so proud of how hard the kids have worked and just competed every day in the weight room and through the offseason, and it's just been exciting to see that. And hopefully, this is a confidence builder for our kids.
All right. Well, Coach, hey, congratulations on tonight's win, and thanks for your time. Safe travels back to Jeff.
Yes,
all right, now it's time to bring in Man of the Hour, Zach Barnes. He's your Show Me Zero Player of the Game. And, Zach, I know last year, even though all district, your season was cut short. And so for you to come here on the road and for you to set the tone like you did tonight, what's that mean to you guys?
Man, it means everything. I mean, the pigskin had us going 3-6, and I think tonight we showed the team that we really are and the team that we can be, and you can expect a lot more from the Jefferson City Jays.
I'll tell you what, I loved what I saw from you all night, but one play in particular, you got interfered with, you came back and made an unbelievable catch. Walk us through that play.
Yeah, I mean, me and the QB, Alex Wilson, we have a great connection, and we do this all the time in practice. And he saw the coverage, and he threw it back shoulder, and I came back, drew the PI, and caught the ball. So, I mean, that's all there really is to it.
Incredible play. Now, I want to touch on something. At times, tonight's game got chippy, but you guys seem to be the team that kept your cool more. Why was that?
Coaching. I mean, our coaches do a really good job of keeping us intact and as a group. So when stuff like that happens, man, we just pull together, we stick to each other, and it's like glue, man, and that's what you need in a team.
So for your team to start 1-0, I bet that means a lot to you and your guys you're getting ready to go celebrate with.
Oh, yeah, we're hyped. I mean, this is just the start. I can't wait for more.
Zach, congratulations. Thanks for your time, and go get him, buddy. That is Zach Wilson, your Show Me Zero Player of the Game, leading Jeff City to a 17-7 victory. This message brought to you by Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety, reminding you guys, buckle up, phones down, slow down, and drive sober. These simple decisions will help save Mo lives. We'll be right back with the rest of our post-game show after this.
What? Like and follow.
Phones are very distracting. Which is why Missouri now has a law against holding a phone while driving.
Dude, what are you doing? You can't hold your phone while driving.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Buckle up.
The Dog Days of Summer savings event and the Subaru A Lot to Love event are going on now at Van Subaru. Save more with every mile at Kansas City's Subaru destination. Get 0% APR for 60 months when you upgrade to a new 2025 Subaru Crosstrek or a new 2025 Subaru Outback with 0 down payment needed and no payments for 60 days. Shop now at vansubaru.com, where you save more with every mile.
Back here on the field to round up tonight's broadcast on Lake TV, it's your Van Subaru post-game show. You just heard me talk with Coach Eric Thomas and our Show Me Zero Player of the Game, part of the Save Mo Lives project with MoDOT. Now, as we round up tonight in Camdenton, your final score, 17-7, Jeff City gets the best of the Lakers. For the Lakers, they'll be right back here next Friday night at the Jaws of Death as they host Branson. That game's set to kick off at 7, and we'll hit the air with our COMC pregame show at 6:30. As for Jeff City, they're going to be on the road at Sullivan as they look to start 2-0 for the first time in 5 seasons. As we round up tonight's broadcast, I wanted to give a shout out to our incredible crew. Sean Kober running the field camera right here in front of me. Andrew Evans, our technical director. Sierra Smith, Michelle Kitchen, Spencer Wall, Mike Bissell, and of course David Leatherberry, all making our crew our broadcast possible. Until next Friday, my friends, right here from the Jaws of Death, have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless.